I really, 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 really hate YouTube. I just want to make that absolutely transparent before we begin. Let me just tell you, I use Proton VPN. I'm not sponsored by Proton VPN, but I will say that Proton VPN has been very good to me. It has been excellent. However, YouTube always asks me to verify my account if I use Proton VPN to log into any of my YouTube accounts. In every single case, right up till now, right up till I start the stream that God apparently did not want to happen, just turning off Proton VPN allowed me to get back into my YouTube account. This time, for no reason, after literal months, YouTube just decides to send me the verification request without a VPN. Which meant, because I don't have any mobile coverage at home, I just had to walk up the driveway in the rain to go get a security code to unlock my YouTube account. That was very, very fun. Proton is Switzerland-based, so probably why it wants ID. Yeah, that could very well be it. That could very well be it. By the way, for those technically minded in the audience, if there is any buffering or latency on the stream, please tell me about it, because I have set my stream latency in YouTube settings to normal. It was at low latency, and it says that that's best for chat engagement. I think that means that your messages will be slightly delayed, but because we're just doing forum bookmark reading for the moment, that's probably going to be fine. I'm not going to be paying a huge amount of attention to chat unless I'm looking at it. So we'll just kind of go back and forth between looking at material and discussing it and looking at chat. It's been very annoying. I have done multiple speed tests over the past 2 or 3 days. My upload speed is consistent at about 36 megabits per second, which is probably enough to do 1440p and 60... I just saw your message pouring in a delay test. 60 frames per second, 1440p streaming. But randomly, for absolutely no reason at all, my upload speed will drop to 0.05 megabits per second. My download speed is absolutely consistent at post 90 megabits a second all the time, no matter what I do. I have absolutely no explanation for it, and neither does my father, who is a network engineer. There is no explanation for why that happens every so often. It just happens. It just happens. I don't know. It's very, 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 very frustrating. Just look back at everything, make sure everything is good, because it's been a hot minute since I've done any of this. 10 seconds plus chat delay. Okay. 10 seconds. Yeah, 10 seconds for this kind of stream, that's fine. I'll have to make a mental note to use this most of all. Grant, there's a Janny now. Yes, I'm sorry. Listen, I'm going to give everybody here some genuine and heartfelt advice. This is going to sound strange, but this is me being completely serious. The worst curse any of you can have in your lives, aside maybe from major mental or physical defects, is the curse of being known as a reliable, honest, hard-working person. That is the worst curse you can receive. Because it means that you will be asked to do all the jobs that much more feckless, boring, and intellectually dishonest people do not want to do, and devote a great amount of energy into not doing and leaving for other people. And guess what this kind of society promotes? Does it promote the hardworking people? Does it encourage them? Is the education system designed to create hardworking people with lots of strong views about society? I'm pretty sure you'd agree that society is not set up like that. Society is promotes people that go through life looking to do the minimum amount of work possible for the maximum amount of grifting. You become the working mule. Yep, Sigma, that is exactly what happens. Now, again, hardworking people, very, very good. Again, I am not saying that it is a bad thing to be a hardworking, honest, upstanding member of society. The only reason it is such a terrible curse to be known as a hardworking, upstanding member of society is because of the way this system is set up. So please, do not take my statements for saying you should not be hardworking. Ban me, you won't increase my number from 17 to 18. Oh yeah, Super Duper, you've been banned from like dozens of chats, haven't you? That's not something you should be proud of. You know, I can kind of understand now why you put so much effort into Nolan, because it seems to me that you have something of a spiritual kinship with him. Are you trying... Is this another way to fix Nolan, Super Duper? Are you now endeavoring to be eclipse Nolan in the number of chats you've been banned from? So that you can say, oh no, Nolan is perfectly fixable. Nolan is fine. There's nothing wrong with Nolan. 108 bans from different Discords? Now, I've got 500 plus bans. It's just objectively clear that if I can post on this forum and Nolan can't, when I've got 500 chat bans compared to Nolan's 108, you should just unban Nolan because he's just so much better of a person than me. Like, it's a novel approach. I will give you that. It is a very novel approach, but it is not one that I think is going to work. I really do wonder how so many people get banned from all these servers. Mostly because, do you want the 7-hour lecture that I could easily give on this topic? I mean, obviously, most servers will ban you if you're stupid or you're whatever, or you break the rules, but it's mostly because people create hug boxes, and the current way the internet is set up is that everything should be a hug box by default. It's like the literal best, aka Alex, was asking me earlier, how on earth are people on my forum the way they are? It's because everywhere else on the internet that is not somewhere like KF or TVA is just basically impossible to express yourself on. Like, do you want to go to Reddit? Do you want to go to Reddit and express yourself? Do you want to let the person you are inside bloom and blossom on Reddit? No, not unless that person on the inside wears a rainbow wig. Sorry, was the Janny promo the special announcement? Look, I haven't spoken to you people in quite a long time. I'm going to be rambling for a little bit. But I will actually, let me just make sure my tabs are all set up, because I have something like 20 or 30 different tabs open right now. I'm not at Kirshi levels right now, but I do have a lot to get through for obvious reasons. Know what? Fair enough. Yeah, I've been just really stop being parasocial with chat. I have actually been doing quite a lot this week. I had a really nice time at the local men's club, because they have a room where I can just sit and I can draw, and that is really pleasant. I have been drawing on and off for many years, and I've never gotten really good at it. It's funny. When I went to art college, I was excellent at all the things that I didn't actually really want to practice. I loved ceramics. I ended up loving ceramics. I have not really touched ceramics since art college because, yeah, about 10k startup cost with your own kiln and clay and everything, and ceramicists do not get paid very much, so that is not an optimal career choice unless you want to go into the high and fine art stuff, which, hey, that'll be interesting, but again, it's not going to support a wife and kids. And also printmaking. I quite liked printmaking, even though my printmaking teacher was an idiot who was totally unsuited for anything, because they are very much you do this and then this happens kind of teaching subjects. It's very technical. I like being taught technical things. My drawing instructors were both fine artists. They were both female fine artists, and they were primarily painters, actually. They didn't even draw really very much. But they were all super into the kind of airy-fairy, oh, you have to get in contact with your inner muse. It's not about, don't limit yourself with the technical details. Don't panic about that. We'll teach you some basic techniques, but it's all about you. It's all about you expressing yourself. But I'm just like, no, I don't want to expressing myself comes after. Expressing myself very much comes after being able to draw in the technical sense of things, and they were very bad at teaching me that. But in this place, it's got 3 large rooms. The old men all go into the cafeteria to jaw, and occasionally I go out and speak to them. That's quite fun, actually. They've got a gardening plot in the back, too, that I intend to turn into a vegetable garden, which I will enjoy greatly, but not while it's raining every single day. But yeah, after I've got in there and talked about Elon Musk and Jordan Peterson to a bunch of old men, here's the weird thing, is that these guys, the youngest of them, who is not mentally deficient, because it's a place that is set up for both the elderly in the community, but it also has like strong ties with the local funny farm. And the old guys are they all listen to the radio all the time. They all use YouTube. They're all surprisingly technically proficient. And is there a smoking room? No, absolutely no smoking anywhere on the premises. And surprisingly enough, none of them actually do smoke, which is genuinely quite surprising. But yeah, these are all really old guys, but they are very much on with the times. And if they're not completely technologically illiterate in every possible way, they are the kind of people that just sit around and like make jokes about being woke on Twitter and so on. They are surprisingly based, very based. I've strongly considered recommending they watch Kirshi every so often, because it's weird to just walk into a room and realize that you're actually in the physical proximity of people that share your ideals and share, well, I'm not political, but they won't pounce on you for making a slightly off-color joke. There's really something about that. I think that there are far too many people in the world who are political on the internet, but well, not even political, but they express their opinions on the internet, but they absolutely do not get the kind of group in the physical world where they can share their ideas and opinions. And so you just get people who are sitting in their rooms and getting radicalized. You found the local KF meetup. I mean, not quite, but yeah. Do recommend random old men to watch VTubers. I might seriously do so. They've got a gigantic television in there, which is I have never seen turned on even once in like the 2 or 3 months that I've been going there regularly. They've never used the TV even once. So yeah, unfortunately, Kirshi does not stream at a time when they would be around. It's from like 10 till 1. And during the weekdays, so yeah, they're not going to be catching her tangent streams. But hey, you know what? Maybe I'll just say, you want to watch a spicy cat rant about current year nonsense? I'm sure there's at least a couple of them that would enjoy that. You're poisoning me, chat. You're poisoning me. So just a load of BS from people who pretend to know how to draw but actually don't. Oh no, the thing is, these women could genuinely draw. It's just they didn't believe in the technical route of doing things, or at the very least they were terrible at expressing that. They would do things like, oh, this is how you draw a face, or this is how you draw so on, but then they were like, do whatever you want. Do whatever you want. Just a huge buffer, and when clicking live to catch back up, the stream keeps jumping back and forth within a span of 5 secs pre-buffer. This only happens to me on your streams, and it's consistent. Haka, has that always happened? I'm curious, because nobody started mentioning this buffering issue until about 2-3 weeks ago. So I'm very curious about this, because this has kind of gotten into my head. I absolutely want to find out why my upload speed just varies randomly. Let me just have a look at my stream health. My stream status is excellent. Stream health. Show them your live streams. Probably not. Buffering issues always existed. Okay, well, I guess some people are just okay with it. Like I really don't know why that's the case, and I'm very sorry about that. It's always happened since the very first stream. Okay, well, this is weird, because sometimes this happens for me with smaller live streams. Yeah, like Bibi's streams consistently buffer for me on Twitch. It's really annoying. Buffered as soon as you said the stream health was excellent. That's very irritating. Different data centers help or hinder. I'm close to you and I get less lag and stutters than most, it seems. Yeah, this is the major problem because I stream from Ireland and I'm pretty sure the only option for me would be to move into the middle of town. Oh, I'm sorry, just 1 second. Sorry about that. Somebody just called me on the intercom that we have set up here. Oh, well. What they said even got a buffer at the exact same time as HTTN. Like, I really wish there's something that I could do about that. And dead air. Yeah, I'm sorry. Actually, let me just test something for a second. Let me just test something. Let me just mute myself on Discord. There we go. Can people on the stream still hear me while I am muted in Discord? I'm just going to say the word banana. So just say banana in chat if you can still hear me right now, because OBS is saying that it can hear me. Uh-oh, the party van has arrived. Let me just unmute my... Okay, so you can hear me. Right, okay. So I was confused. Yeah, I was just confused why my model, my PNG on stream was still animating, well, flickering, while I was talking, even though I was muted on OBS. So that's what it is. It's still detecting my audio from... It's a weird setup because I'm live in Discord chat right now. That's how my model is being keyed off of. This is weird to me that... I suppose it makes sense because they're separate systems. I don't know. The whole thing just kind of goes strange for me sometimes. I get confused. I get the brainworms. But I will actually get on with the subject of the stream now. Don't worry. Ah, yes, potassium. Yes, the special announcement. You may... Let me just go back to... Let me just change the scene. Make sure everything's good. Yes, it is. We are good. Yeah, people might remember this. This was something that we ran in, as it says, January the 5th, 2023. So almost a year ago now. This was the first annual Asylum Awards. It was quite a fun little thing when everybody was new. The forum, I think, had only been up for about 3 or 4 months. And I'm happy to announce that Reticule and his followers, well, not followers, but his friends are all making a new annual Asylum Awards thing that is going to go live relatively soon. They didn't precisely tell me when, but they've just been organizing categories and everything in DMs and so on. So yeah, there'll be another Asylum Awards for everybody to vote on, and just like last year, there's going to be a bunch of categories like the best corpo, most creative stream, and then there's like the bad, which I'm sure you'll all get a kick out of, graduations, so on. The from what I've seen of their design and development of everything, the categories are going to be a little bit different, but mostly the same. Let me just scroll right down. Yeah, we've all got like a bunch of things, so you can all vote on who best girl is and so forth. Reticule actually contributing to the forum. Yeah, I know. This is the thing. A lot of people have commented or been confused in the past how on earth I let Reticule stay around. Because the weird thing about Reticule is a very, very special kind of autist, is that Reticule is terrifying on many levels. He is a terrifying individual for his obsession with everybody's beloved mold rabbit, but Reticule is genuinely a fairly intelligent and sensible contributor on everything that is not Pippa related. Like, he can be trusted. I mean, I would not make him a moderator, but if I wanted to have something done and I knew that and I was looking for somebody who I knew would do it without drama or anything like that, I would trust Reticule. I know who's winning the streamer who yabbed the most in a single stream award. I think you're probably thinking about Hexa there, and that has been a whole thing. I actually have not really kept up on the whole Hexa nonsense for a while, and I should go back. I think Thrang knows quite a lot about that, and people in the Pippa thread probably do, but I haven't really caught up with it because I have no interest in Hexa whatsoever. Did she actually say something about our forum, about the virtual asylum on a stream or in a post somewhere? I very vaguely recall somebody saying that she did, but again, I have not looked into it. So if somebody wants to explain that in chat, then, you know, I'll read it first. I am forced to know about it because the Pippa thread keeps talking about it. Yeah, I know Thrang. It's, I don't care about her at all, and it's just... Okay, enough gender nonsense jokes. Yeah, thanks. Where am I going? Yes. The first thing that I'm going to talk about is this. Our resident horse tuber, aka Tumblr Umari. And I call her Tumblr Umari because... Oh, pardon me. Oh, pardon me. Yes, I call Tomo Umari Tumblr Umari because she has something of a reputation of being just a little bit manhera. I really don't think that Tomo Umari is a bad streamer. Let me get that right out of the way. I do not think that she is a bad person. But yeah, she's just a little bit sensitive, and it's very obvious. And she does not demonstrate the greatest level of common sense. I mean, she literally let herself get groomed by somebody on Discord for... Wasn't someone bothering her in DMs about... Oh, that you're still talking about Hexa. Okay. Sorry about that. I got confused for a second. I'll have to keep in mind that there's a longer stream delay, so I may not... the tomboy horse, parenthesis, unstable. Yeah, again... Like, my mother used to work a lot... I think I've mentioned this before. My mother used to work with military wives an awful lot in England when she was a house cleaner in, like, the 70s or so. And the stories that she told about them were pretty terrifying. You don't marry into the military, or you don't become part of the military as a woman unless you are just a little bit weird. Tomboys aren't that fragile. You'd think so. You would think so. No, sorry. Adding masculinity to a woman does not make her less of a woman. Okay, we're getting a bit biological. I'll try and move away from here. But yeah, Tomo Umari did a stream where she got drunk. This was not a good idea. This stream was almost immediately privated, and she got very true and real in this stream. As it says here, a pattern of being ousted from friend groups. Barrack's roommate has BF and doesn't know they stream, which is why she doesn't do much ASMR. That would be hilarious. Barrack's GF just walks in as an ASMR stream. Archive clips. If anybody has archives or clips of this, then feel free to ask on the forum. I think, again, Tomo Umari, she's not really... Well, I mean, she's not a lol cow. She'd be a lol horse. I don't think she's a nasty person or anything. When a streamer is like Tomo Umari, I don't particularly like it when people exhaustively analyze and excessively archive every single silly thing she does, because I think that just makes it a lot easier for them to change and improve for the better. But yeah, apparently her co-workers have told her that her roommate hates her. This makes sense to me. Tomo considers herself a weird girl who walks around in public wearing dino t-shirts. Again, military woman. Just unfit for public speaking. Oh, we'll get onto that. There's a bit more to this. Doesn't have a desk job and does physical labor, hence why she keeps getting injured. I agree. I think the whole joke that Tomo Umari is just has a desk job, that's not true. No, that's not true. So you only have to listen to her for a short while to know that's a girl with a fairly rough and tumble sense of attitude towards life. Here's the funniest thing. Wait, wrong tab. Oh dear. She said she's had multiple offers for a contract marriage for purpose of keeping military benefits and housing, but declined because she believes you should marry someone for love. I'm pretty sure there's another VTuber that has been very... Oh, it's Mozu. Yeah, Mozu. Mozu, the eternally horny on main girl, who has also said that she really, really strongly believes that you shouldn't have sex before marriage. Again, I don't think Tomo is one of those class, but they hold marriage as very dear, and that's very nice. I will say that. I am very impressed by the number of VTubers who have been pretty open about the fact that they still consider marriage to be fairly sacred and important. And being surrounded by people of both male and female, Pippa thinks the same thing too, by the way, of both the male and female persuasion, who absolutely spit on the concept of marriage as a sacred union is really depressing. Like, my church group is basically the only people that, and this is in Ireland, because Ireland, remember, was hyper-Catholic not too long ago. And even the Irish have completely rejected the idea of marriage as a sacrament. They're like, nah, it's a contract, we can break it whenever we like. It really upsets me. Hearing people say in the VTuber sphere of all places, which is not the most traditional space. You don't expect to find many traditionally minded women being VTubers. Like, for a number of VTubers to consistently say, yeah, marriage is a really important thing, I respect that a lot. I really do respect that a great deal. But also, the Navy freaks her out and she's wary of Marines. I wonder if there's a story behind that. I really do wonder if there's a story behind that. But I won't dwell too much on that. Maybe somebody has an archive of this stream itself, in which case they're more than welcome to post it in chat or even on the forums. That's fine. But the reason I'm making this is there's also another interesting thing about Tomo that has only recently come out. I wasn't even going to use this tab to begin with, but then somebody, thanks to the stream delay, somebody else posted something very interesting. And it's this. This is Tomo Umari's Twitter page, as I'm sure you can understand. And can you all see this? Does that? Yeah. This gold sticker, verified account. This account is verified because it's an official organization on X. Twitter rules and profile labels. I haven't actually looked at that. Blue check mark, gold check mark. Yeah, business account. Oh, no, that doesn't actually say how much you... that's useless. Of course it's useless. Why would an official help page ever not be useless? But yeah, this check mark apparently costs about $1,000. This costs $1,000. I don't know if this means $1,000 a month or $1,000 a month. Yeah, HTTN. Like, somebody feel free to dispute that if that's a one-off thing or not. I don't want misinformation or anything, but $1,000 a month for a military horse. I don't know if you've looked at the US Army's or military's pay rates. I don't think that it's going to be giving you one large per month. Whew. Yeah, I do not think that being in the military, in a job that is light enough in terms of commitment, that there is a page that actually explains it. Porine, if you could dump that page in Discord, I can have a look at it. Thank you. So yeah, somebody is bankrolling her $1,000 a month to have a verified account on Twitter. And that's not even all, because we scroll down just a tiny bit. She says she's the first indie VTuber with a billboard. And now I have no idea how much billboards cost, okay? And actually, I don't think that's right. Oh, wait. The Flavor people had a billboard, but like Flavor was kind of an informal corpo company, etc. No, it was never a company, I don't think. But it was a group of some sort. I never really understood what Flavor really was in the technical sense of things. I'm fairly certain it was just like a hashtag thing, that it was whatever people wanted it to be, but there was no official formal company of Flavor or whatever. So as far as I know, this isn't completely true, because somebody in... Oh, wait, am I thinking of something different? Was it Pippa getting the billboard and then somebody from Flavor getting arrested over trying to climb on it? I think that's what it was. Yeah, this is all too sus. There's someone else behind her account guiding her. I do agree. Again, Tomo, I don't think there is a massive psyop here. I don't think that Tomo is an AI program being controlled by the US government. I really don't. But yeah, this is all not natural. I am certain at this point that she has some kind of ties to the US military, or at the very least has a serious pay pig who is bankrolling her. And again, if she's grifting off a stupid whale on the internet, I don't mind at all. That's not her fault. It's not her fault that somebody is paying her a lot of money. But I think at this point, it's pretty likely that she has direct ties to the US military. Posted the link in Discord. Okay, let's have a quick look. Twitter help X verified organizations. Let's have a quick look through this. It'll be just a second. Oh yeah, it's all the money. Oh good. Oh good. It actually went to the profile that's on screen right now. Is it? Yes, it is. Featured premium support, X premium, how to apply, availability. The verified organizations portal is a web-only enterprise feature. I hate all of this. How to activate your account. Price. A verified organization subscription is $1,000 a month and $50 per month for each additional affiliate, plus any applicable tax in the US. Good grief, that is expensive. $50 a month for each additional affiliate. Does that mean, when it says affiliate, I'm fairly sure it means affiliate group or affiliate company. I don't think that means affiliate as in individual Twitter user that is affiliated with the organization, although I could be wrong. That is a lot of money. That is a huge amount of money for a gold check mark. Username, she's too artificial, saw someone comparing her to SSS Sniper Wolf, and she hid her husband doing all gaming behind the scenes for like a decade. I didn't even know she was married. I do not expect a streamer to disclose their marital status, but to be honest, if I had a wife, I really would not want her to be playing around as a tan horsewoman on the internet. Now, let me make it clear. I know there are some streamers who do openly have husbands, but they disclose that, and that's fine. If you want to be a cutesy girl on the internet and have people pay you as with the full disclosure that you have a husband and they are not going to be the one that she cheats on him with, that's fine. That's cool. But if you are a streamer and your model is very much there to activate the neurons of desperate parasocial people, you should disclose that you have a husband and that... she hid her husband doing all gaming behind the scenes for like a decade. Oh, no, they meant SSS Sniper Wolf is married and hid her husband. Oh, I see. I have not paid any attention whatsoever to the Sniper Wolf drama in any capacity. That just seemed, sorry, not my thing. I really don't care what some stupid flesh thought is doing on somebody's property or whatever it was she was doing. It can be a user. Some merch companies have gold marks for their shield tubers. Oh, that's interesting. But yeah, now I remember, like, wasn't Tomo Umari called out because her husband was the one playing games while she commented and was pretending to play? Again, I do not know if that is true. Do not take that as gospel. Unless somebody can prove that, that's just a rumor that I heard. I'm not stating that as fact. She's a cow and a streamer. It's topical. Yeah, I understand that it's topical. I'm just saying that it's not something I'm personally interested in. I just don't particularly care what those kind of people get up to unless it's a VTuber at the moment. I will say, just before we go on, I have seriously considered doing a somewhat Kirshi style tangent stream kind of thing where I go through Clown World news articles, because there's some stuff that I quite like reacting to and so on. I'm not sure if anybody would like that, because some people in my chat or in the place have said, you know, I'm just here for VTubers, I want you to talk about the forum VTubers or play games, etc. So I'm not going to force it, I'm just saying that I would enjoy doing that. Maybe I'll do it as a one-off kind of thing. I think that was also SSS Sniper Wolf. Okay, so again, I just very vaguely heard somebody talk about Tomo Umari and then do it, coward. That low context matters. Okay, all right, I'm going to move on from that topic because it seems like I just don't know what is going on there, and I'm not going to put out more stuff that some people might consider to be wrong. Then do it, coward. Yeah, I'll do it at some point, probably. Anyway, let's just get rid of the tabs that I have already covered. So yeah, Tomo Umari, Strange Horse. Also, hello. This is existentially terrifying. Let me just turn on my desktop audio. There we go. Actually, let me just take a break for a second and have a quick drink because I'm quite thirsty. I predict more similarities will come up in the future. There's bound to be hours of Rainbow Brigade brain rot. I don't particularly like to focus on Rainbow. The thing is, say, pulling up random Rainbow... What on earth is wrong with my voice? Bringing up tons of random Rainbow Brigade nonsense and just saying this is terrible, this is awful, what has society come to? That's boring. Like, I could go all, oh, wow, look at what the wokes are doing right now. It's disgusting and awful and terrible. Lol, look at these people. Don't they know they're destroying society? This is terrible. I could do that. But I'm like, no. But I've actually read a fair amount of books about the whole woke movement and so on. And I've watched an awful lot of lectures about them and everything from, like, the Marxist roots of DEI and everything. But it's all very dense stuff. It's extremely dense stuff. I would say that James Lindsay is one of the best people to look at for in-depth analysis of the whole trans movement in modern culture and its roots. But his videos are minimum 2 hours long, and I find his style engaging. Most people don't. He is incredibly normie unfriendly. And I have I remember before I even started streaming, I had a serious idea in mind of just going through all of James Lindsay's videos and boiling them down to their basic points and sources and so on, and presenting them and not regurgitating, but presenting them like that so they were more understandable. And guys, you know how wordy I am. You know how verbose I am. Imagine how verbose and wordy you have to be when I look at your content and go, this stuff needs an editor and this stuff needs to be cut down so that normal people can understand it. Anyway, let us gaze into the true horrors of the internet. I find this stuff absolutely terrifying. I have no idea why anybody would do this. Good grief. I posted the Kigurumis exactly because so many Formites are non-weebs, and I knew something new would scare them. Yeah, this stuff is horrifying. Absolutely horrifying. If I saw somebody like this in the street, I would cross the street. If I was a VTuber and somebody did this of my character, I would call the police if I saw them in my proximity. This is skinwalking of another level. So which one is your Skinwalker Oshi, Proctor? Yeah, I don't have a Skinwalker Oshi. I do not understand why people think that it's a good idea to try and make anime waifus real. It's like a joke it's Death Road to Canada, a game that I really should play on stream sometime because I really love Death Road to Canada. And I think they've got a Kirschian VTuber mod where, like, in the base Death Road to Canada game, there's a special character who is like an anime girl, and she's incredibly powerful. But the thing is, after a few missions, her eyes just start getting larger and larger, and eventually she will just explode because her eyes take up more room in her head and her brain explodes. At least they are women under the masks, right? Right? Oh, no. Oh, no. Is this one of those instances where saying would gets me banned? No, saying would in this instance will have me screenshot it, post it on the forum, and tell everybody to laugh at you. Next level cosplay. I mean, it's one of those things where I can... It's just like when Reticule made the first Meatkin, everybody was understandably disgusted and disturbed by it, as they should be. Then he made the Corsia Meatkin. And what I found most terrifying about the Corsia Meatkin... Kill yourself. Somebody post it on the forum right now and mock him. Yeah, I saw the Korsha Meatkin, and I thought, you know what terrifies me the most is that it actually shows that he has been practicing. Reticules did the Meatkin and was just like, okay, I terrified a whole bunch of people. I'm now going to take this seriously, practice my craftsmanship, and make something new and more complicated and do it well. That's what scared me the most. And this gives me the same vibe to it, is that these people are metamancy skills. Is that these people are genuinely extremely talented, but they've used their talent in a terrifying way. Good grief, I would not. Oh, Reticule made a meat bird prisoner like yesterday. I'm trying to forget that I saw that, Grant. Please stop telling me about these kinds of things. But yeah, I just wanted to bring that up because, yeah, Porian, you have definitely traumatized some people that day. But let's just move on past that hastily. This was something by Kuri Rinjin, who comes up fairly often in, I think I have like 2 or 3 tabs dedicated to him. This was something fascinating. Warner music artists join Oshi by Logcast, deepening the connection between fans, VTubers, and idols. Kuri Rinjin has said quite a bit on this topic. I would be interested in a thread on this stuff, because Oshi and Logcast seem to be this bizarre, surprisingly well-financed and technically professional group. It's Kuri Rinji, not Rin. I'm sorry. I apologize for that. I must reiterate again. I am British. I am an imperialist. I look at a foreign name and I go, this is how the British would say it. Say it like cringe with 2 re. Cringing. Cringy. Cringy. Okay, he's ESL. Please understand. I'm very ESL when it comes to foreign names. But yeah, this is... I'm going to read this statement. I'm going to read this statement out because this statement is, as he says, it's the most tone-deaf nonsense that I have ever seen in my life. I'm just going to blow my nose, actually, before I do. I'll be 2 seconds. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for bearing with me. VTubers are a cultural phenomenon born in Japan and now growing fast around the world. They create content by making use of their voice and characters or avatars only, usually in anime style. Just like their real-life creator colleagues, the VTubers vlog, play video games, and chat with millions of fans around the world. They're most famous for one thing: their voice. Oshi understands the challenges faced by VTubers when it comes to creating content. The process typically demands a significant investment of time and resources, as VTubers have to dedicate extensive hours to live streaming, while also incurring substantial expenses to create and maintain their avatar. However, with the Oshi platform, VTubers no longer need to worry about the intricacies of avatar creation or live streaming. Instead, they can focus on what they do best: recording engaging voice content. Oshi enables VTubers to effortlessly share their voice recordings with fans on a 24/7 content cycle, allowing for a more flexible and manageable content creation process and revenue stream. This streamlined approach empowers VTubers to prioritize their creativity and engagement with fans, fostering an environment of continuous content delivery and deeper fan connections. Sorry, I just threw up in my mouth a little bit for some reason. I have no words, and that's rare for me. You want also known as voice packs. Kirshi, oh hi Kirshi, nice to see you. This sounds suspicious as heck. Yeah. Yeah, this is nonsense. What? One not wrong on the voice thing, though. The one thing I'll remember Brit Femboy for is the dying Pecora laugh. Oh, stop it. I'm not going to laugh. This sounds as scammy as it looks. The thing is, this is a professional thing, according to Curry's research. There is actual substantial money behind this. I don't think I have his other comments about it bookmarked, but I'm going to see if I can put them all together and move this to its own thread, perhaps. Maybe the laundry room, because this is really weird. A British man can't pronounce my name. Look, I have said this multiple times. I am an imperialist. I am a colonist. It is part of my cultural heritage to not pronounce people's names correctly, okay? If you are... Do not discriminate against me. You're engaging in cultural... You are oppressing me. Proctor, give Kirsty the wrench. Oh, I can add her as moderator. Okay. Oh, that's how you do it. Oh, I have just learned something new. Give her a broom. Kirsha, you now have the broom. Yeah, it's Kirsha, isn't it? I don't know why I pronounce the E. I'm terrible with that. I do that all the time. Grant embraces the eternal wrench. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I'm not sure if you've been here from the start, Kirshi, but I commented earlier in the stream that Grant has the terrible curse of being known as a reliable person with standards. Why are you like this? Yeah. She does it. She does it for free. She does it for free. They should change their names to be easier to pronounce. Day of the Rake. Imperialist impression. Hello, Henrik Carter. I don't know if you've been on my stream before. This is actually one of the annoying things that I don't like about YouTube chat. Isn't it on Twitch? Like, if somebody posts for the first time in your Twitch chat, they actually get an automatic highlight so that you know they're a new channel poster, whereas it doesn't have that on YouTube. People hate Twitch, and I agree Twitch's player is terrible and everything, but that's genuinely one thing that I don't like, is that I'm terrible with names, as you can tell, so I don't like it, and when I look at people and I go, has this person posted in my chat before? Because I forget people's names all the time, and it's pretty embarrassing. But yeah, I need to really focus, really go back and look at all this, because it is completely clueless. And I think Curry, I'm not going to look at Twitter, because Curry's Twitter is 99% reposting ecchi. So, but he actually said on the forum somewhere, again, maybe people can go to Discord and post a link to the post where he says that his video on this, because he made a video on this, I've not watched it, I haven't had time, and Oshi and Logcast, they copyright struck it. They took that video down. So they were really, really upset with him calling them out on this. And I find that hilarious. They are very much, I'm converting this man into hating YouTube designers. Amiya has a program that tells her that for a YT chat. That would be really useful. I wonder what she uses. Like, I think it's Amiya and Onolumi, who both have really, really good technical capabilities on their streams. I really am jealous of Onolumi's chat system. But I mean, Amiya is Amiya. That's probably one of the nerdiest women that I know in the entire VTubing space. You need an app for YouTube to do that. Okay. Well, if have I still got my... Is this still public? Content suggestions, new streams, technical... Why did I remove that channel? I'm an idiot. Yeah, if anybody wants to post that stuff in the main chat, I will make a note of it. I'll pin it or something. Because, of course, I do want to improve my setup as much as possible. One comes something like that, it's called. Okay, that's a bit weird. That's a bit strange. But let's move on. This is another thing. Another very weird thing that is happening. Let me just turn the volume down. I have no idea what the... Tell me if the volume for my desktop audio is too loud in comparison to my stream audio. But yeah, there's this. This is probably going to be a content strike, but I don't care. it the same? Is it the same audio on this one? Oh, it is the same. It is the same audio, so I won't play all of it. But just look at this. This is an official account. I think it's like BMW or something, but this was an official BMW account that tweeted this stuff. I just have nothing more to say. Oh no, BMW was another thing, but yeah, this was another thing after BMW. What is with this? I haven't actually listened to the song itself, but that we dance thing, it's everywhere. It's like the new Schuber duck dance thing. It's amazing to me. It's penetrated so far. It's absurd. These people have no idea what they're doing. Yeah. You know what I want? You know what I want? I want Null to talk about this. I want that dance gif and this thing to show up on something that he's not partnered with, but something that he uses. I want that to happen, and I want to see him react to it on Mad at the Internet. Oh, that would be so beautiful. That would be so wonderful. I would love to see that. Take fastest thing trending and slap it on our posts. I don't care what it is. Yeah, I mean, but it's the fallout is just hilarious. BMW likes lollies, simple as. Oh, it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful to watch just random VTuber things penetrate into the larger cultural sphere. Matty tomorrow, so who knows? I mean, don't force it, don't poke him about it or anything, but again, I really like it when I see Null react to VTuber things because it's such a massive cultural clash. Anyway, that's not too complicated. Let's move on. This was another terrifying thing. This is almost at the level of like no, that's the Career Engine stuff, the Kigurumi stuff. This is one of Idol's things. She did a real live stream. And I can't, this is really annoying. I can't check what the audio levels are going to be. The fact that both the Shuba Duck and Ui Loli God are basically from the child and her VTuber mama is... Yeah, I know. They've done it twice. But yeah, this is another terrifying thing.
I have to do this. You, Bestia.
Look at this woman's arms. I really, really hope... The membership thing was well timed. What the hell? But yeah, this woman's body is very scary. Architects are not eating well tonight. In fact, this infuriates the architect. Fattest Russian woman. She couldn't lift an empty soda can. Thank God Mayoshi Rin isn't like this. Yeah. You know, being overweight is one thing, but this is just scary to me. And apparently she was organizing something like... She was talking about a viewer gangbang or something. Again, this is again Idlecore. Please do not sue me. This is all third-party information. Even I think she is anorexic, and you know me. Yeah, this woman needs many hamburgers right now. She doesn't need sausages in those holes, if you know what I mean. The sausages go in one hole, not another one, when it comes to her, and she needs a lot of them. Kigurumis with filed down teeth. Please don't tell me that's a thing. Username, please don't tell me that's a thing. I don't want to know that's a thing. I don't want to know that's a thing. And like, let me actually just get serious. Let me just get relatively serious for a moment. Like, we do a lot of architect posting around here, but I talked about this on Discord, but I will bring it up on stream. There was a woman in a teenager in my community who she was Italian, and she was a part of quite a large Italian family, and they owned a chip shop, and they were all pretty weighty. Like, Italians are not light people. And this one daughter, Avil bonked her for her member stream. Okay. That's kind of good. I'm glad Idlecore has not descended to that level. But yeah, this girl, she became anorexic in her late teens, and she was pretty active in the community overall, so people could see it happen. And it was kept kind of hush-hush. The family didn't talk about it. I don't really think they got her much help or anything, but you could tell how badly it was affecting her. And watching her get thinner and thinner week by week, watching her cheekbones sink in on themselves, and the human body, when it is starving, does terrifying things to itself. It is one of the worst things that you can do to your body to starve it for itself. It starts cannibalizing your own internal organs. If you're a woman, then your period stops after a while, and then your ovaries start being absorbed back into your body for nutrients. Like, her period stopped, and I think eventually she did get better, and I think that she had a child eventually, but she went down to, I don't know how much, but she was a walking skeleton, and it has always stuck with me ever since, just how bad that can get. So yeah, I mean, architect posting, it just, don't make jokes out of this kind of thing. If one of the worst ways to die as well. He's talking about periods now. Again, if you ever see a woman going through that kind of thing, I think you have a moral duty to try and do something about it. How retarded was the child? Here's the thing: she was genuinely an intelligent person. I've heard psychologists say that anorexia is not actually a mental illness in and of itself. Anorexia is a symptom of something else that is wrong in a person's life. With women, it's usually extreme stress. Because I know that their father, because this was they were the most stereotypical Italians possible. They owned a chip shop and a pizzeria. And their father cut down costs by making all his daughters work in the chip shop. And so she was surrounded by hyper greasy fast food all the time, and very fat people. And she went the opposite way to the rest of her family, and she was extremely heavily controlled by her parents too, like ultra strict parenting. And this gels, again, armchair psychologist here, take nothing that I say as actual psychological analysis or anything, but pretty much all the research that I've personally done on anorexia as a direct result of seeing how horribly it affected this person was that anorexia is often a sign of it's the only thing that a person feels they can control is their weight. And so they become hyper-fixated on controlling their weight when everything else in their life is spiraling out of control, or they have no control over it. And that's why they become so obsessed with it. I mean, that her body having previously destroyed itself must have meant that the child she had would be some kind of vegetable. I don't know. It's something that I heard. I have no further information about that. She moved away from my area many years ago, but I just remember it as growing up as a teenager, seeing her around the place, and it left a mark on me, trust me. So when I see things like the Russian skeleton, yeah, it's hard for me to just point and laugh at it, to say that, like, don't let your Oshi get like this if you can possibly change it. That's all I have to say. Before we get too real and everything, I'm going to move on. Because, again, I can talk about this for a long time, and it's not the most uplifting kind of stuff, okay? Let's move on to something that is hopefully a lot funnier. Oh, yes. You know what, actually, in light of recent things, speaking of mental illness, not Nyaru herself, she's really nice. But what is it with the... Here it is. The incest simulator thing. This isn't too loud. Let me just check.
Guess what, everyone? Thank you so much, Big Brother, for coming by. Oh, my dear Andy. You're mine. Okay.
Okay, enough of that. I'm sorry. I was really cringe. Okay, bye.
What is it with the bloody incest game, okay? I have not watched any of the incest game stuff. But is this another current year kind of thing where somebody releases a game that is absolutely horrifyingly messed up, but it's just a FOTM. I don't know what you mean, Arclight. Brown woman, yes, brown woman on screen. They are larger than I remember. She's wearing black. Black always does that. Isn't it weird she's not a flesh tuber or worse, a cam girl? Another brown woman has his AO3. You people keep using FOTM, flavor of the month. Oh, thank you, Grant. Thank you. Lack of proper relationships in a generation raised on the internet. Yeah, because even the Warhammer 40k YouTuber that I watch mentioned that bloody incest game, and I'm like, why? I mean, granted, he was absolutely dunking on it and saying that it was really stupid, but AO3 is a fan fiction website predominantly used by mental ill women. Hey, that sounds like a stream topic someday. They make a batshit woman character so VTubers can feel represented. Oh. But this actually gets less funny considering what happened to Nyaru's corporation. Was it Shirayui Productions or something? Let me just... I can feel my throat cracking, so I'll just have another drink. 1 second. Ah, water. Wonderful water. Slightly orange-flavored water because it's in an old orange bottle. But yeah, their Corpos shut down recently. I featured it on the main page and everything. I won't go too far into it because there is no drama as far as I'm aware, but that was apparently active for 3 whole years. And like, I don't want to be mean about Shirayuri Productions. I really don't, because it seemed like nobody had any problem with it at all. But I will say that if your corporation is so unknown that multiple people think that your streamers are still independent and will ask them to join different corpos, you probably need just a little bit more marketing. Just a little bit more marketing. The author of the game, Incest Game, is somewhat 4chan famous and a woman. Oh, why are women like this? Why are women like this? Shirayuri. Oh, Shirayuri. Yeah, because Yuri means woman. I get you. But yeah, it's just it really is a bit tragic that the place seems to that Shirayuri seems to have, and yet they had at least one office in Japan. Yeah, it's strange. It's strange, and by all accounts, seems to have been a perfectly nice place. I've not heard even one post from anybody saying that Shirayuri was bad or anything. It just seems purely life coincidence, unfortunate, tragic. But the good news is that, pardon me, that people seem to be moving on from it pretty decently. And I really hope that Nyaru goes on and is successful, because she really seems to have a dedicated fan base and plenty of, shall we say, plenty of assets in her favor. Let's just say that and move on. I just wish she would be a little bit careful about her camera placement. Like, it annoys me that people say that we host Nyaru's face docs, because Nyaru is not exactly good at keeping her face hidden. So I wish she would improve upon that just a little bit. It's kind of annoying for people to be angry about that when I'm like, you know, not our fault, public platform and everything. Anyway, let's move on. Let's move on from that, because again, Nyaru, I really hope that she does well. Nyaru love, absolutely, 100%. I said that Kuri would come up again. Is this still live? Is this guy said anything more? This profile may include potentially sensitive content. Could somebody tell me if this guy posts porn on main or something, so I can actually look at his profile, because I don't want to accidentally show Twitter porn on stream. So if somebody could just say if it's safe or not before I go through his profile live. I like Nyaro. She is an example of how to take advantage of the Pippa boost. Yeah, she seems to. Yeah, she seems to be an eminently sensible and clever woman. I remember, like, my favorite thing that Nyaru has ever been part of is, like, the Nyaru and Senna art stream collab. That was beautiful to watch. Click it, no balls. Murray, you're a content creator too. You should appreciate the fact that it's a bad idea to accidentally show NSFW stuff. Oh, it's the butthurt. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, there is butthurt. Oh, there is butthurt to be found here, lads. Oh. What is this? Let me just check. Oh, no, that's Maria TP. Yeah, Sharden. This guy, Kuma V Manager. I don't know if he was actually a VTuber himself, but he was a manager of this person, Lunarim Meyer. Again, my British imperialism debuff is going through. Kuma and I have separated. They were boyfriends. They were boyfriend and girlfriend, obviously. Nothing bad had happened, so please be polite and please don't inquire. I'll be taking tomorrow as a day to myself, thank you. Full transparency, I'm not looking to date anyone else. The only thing that suffered is my attention to my viewers and the content I produce. My attention is now on you all, my precious loonies. Sorry for being neglectful. Hide source, look at it, unhide source. Yeah, I know that, Zenla, but I prefer not to take any risks whatsoever if I have to. This guy, so remember, when you have seen a breakup between a man and a woman in a public space, who is usually the most dramatic and who is usually the most miserable about it afterwards? If you said the woman, I would say you're right more than 50% of the time. Probably 70-30 if you want to be very generous. This guy, allow me to do a dramatic reading. Oh wait, it's show more because it's not all of it. It burns in my rib cage, the unknowing, fleeting feeling of drifting further from my cramped self, floating away from the heart that I have lost. I suffocate myself in the pit of my own sorrows, gasping for relief, only to be dragged down by familiar hands I don't want to call my own. I am drowning. So yeah, he was just a bit silly about this whole affair. Oh, by the way, look at the subsequent posts made by Curry about this. It was the funniest stuff. Proctor would write this NGL. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. You're not allowed to say that. Now do the stalker child voice. Oh, Romeo. Ridicule after Pippa finally reveals her boyfriend. He's done more of this. He's done more of this, by the way. He's done more of this. Pardon me. Oh, that slightly hurt my throat doing that. No, sorry, I'll just mess around with my tabs a second. So, let me just go through. Curry did more stuff about this. Again, I don't have, do I have... One moment. No, he does. I don't have any more of Curry's back and forth commentary with this guy in my tabs right at this moment. Again, if somebody could find that and post it, then you're more than welcome to. I would love to do more dramatic readings about this stuff, because this guy has completely lost it and was raging back and forth on Twitter with Curry. again, Curry is kind of a cringy guy sometimes. He's been degenerate. He used the degeneracy thread to post a lot of his etchy stuff on Twitter, and I told him to stop. The guy has a certain mindset, shall we say. He's not exactly shy about hiding his degeneracy, but at the same time, damn can he score W's against people like this. Someone link the dude threatening to gently caress Curry. Please do. If you can find that, more than happy to read, more than happy to look at it. It's hilarious. But yeah, Curry completely felted this guy, and that was hilarious. And I don't think, I think that Lunar Mir, how do you pronounce that? Lunar Mir, or Lunar Mir. I think that's a German name or something. But yeah, as far as I know, nobody has posted anything else from her on this. She seems to have done exactly what she said, just forgotten about it and moved on. This is the most embarrassing thing I think I have seen anybody do on Twitter in a very long time. Again, Twitter is a place where people go to embarrass themselves publicly. I remember when Twitter was first out there, I was on The Escapist. The Escapist was one of the first websites I ever seriously started to look at when I went on the internet, apart from some very old obscure stuff in Web 1.0 days. But I remember when all the people on the Escapist got Twitter accounts and started posting their political views and so on. Oh, that was embarrassing. Oh. I don't understand why any celebrity, or even minor celebrity, is going to make good content on something and cultivate an audience and then go on Twitter and say, you know what, actually, I hate every single one of you. You are filthy, disgusting, racist chuds. I hope you will die in a ditch. Oh, by the way, I put this on Twitter. There are so many people like that, and it really upsets me. Like, be known for who you are. It's an effort to dramatize himself. I know. Yeah, Curry dramatized himself all the time. If you want to hate on Curry for doing this, then fine. No problem. But I will say it's still damn funny. It's still very funny. Here's the link thing. Let me go. Here we go. There we go. Make sure I don't mess up the order of the tabs. There we go. His timeline is full of bitching and moaning about his own past experiences and drama. Honestly, this isn't oh, here it is. He threatened to rape me because I rubbed him the wrong way. You didn't provide Curry. You know, yell at Curry because he didn't provide a screenshot of that. Is it further down here or anything? On the previous thread, there was also this. Oh, is this similar? Oh, there is a bit of a rabbit hole here. I don't know who these people are, but this looks like it might be a fun artist V-tweeter slap fight. Lunar Meyer and Kuma Chatka. If you're a man as a VTuber, do not name yourself Kuma. That's ugh. Are ableist manipulators who are also sending people threatening to drop by my house. Also, Luna is reselling the model, which is against my TOS and not crediting me in the sale post. Oh, for one thing, if you start by saying ableist manipulator, I'm automatically not on your side, but even so, this looks really silly. Spoiler images. Luna was also supporting a cancelling campaign about defamations towards me and my works just for the clout, and is manipulating words, saying she misgendered me and hates sex work. This is horribly cringe. You're really going to disrespect artists in a community where artists are the backbone of your work. It is on screen. Yes, it is. How about Akuma? Proctor, scroll down, you mong. Yeah, I'll go back to that in a second. I'm tangenting. Okay, shut up. Ableist automatically hate this poster. Yeah, this is pretty standard stuff. This is the Curry rape post. I see. Okay, sorry. I'm kind of getting distracted by this by now. This is all. Let me just put this in the Discord as well, just so that people, because I'm conscious that people can't see my links here. So I'll just put in the Discord where this is. Okay, there we go. And let me just One moment while I organize things. Bear with me, bear with me. Oh yeah, this is... Oh, this guy. Just so you know, Spurg is a derogatory slur. Kuma, I truly did not know. I apologize. Wait, what the hell is this? What is this? What is this attachment? Where? What? Where is this from? Enna is gonna live anytime now with a hand cam stream for little... What? What? Water. Oh, I missed this. Oh, Enna never change. Enna is probably one of my favorite Niji-sanji VTubers, I'll be honest. Enna is very funny. I really love her. She has a really good... Enna has a really is a really good troll. I quite like Enna. Anyway, let's scroll back up there. What is this about? Oh yeah, this was the Spurg thing. Yeah, pretty simple. Nothing too much to comment on. Let me just scroll through that. So TLDR, someone sells a not particularly great VTuber model to a gender fluid with excessively unenforceable terms of service. Antics occur. The model has been given away. I've made the descent from this, and I hope this person who got her treats her really well. You cannot resell your finished product. General client. Is this in any way enforceable? Is this even slightly enforceable in a legal terminology? I'm pretty sure it isn't. I'm pretty sure there are no legal documents that look like this. But yeah, this looks like pretty classic Spurgery. So to explain, Enna Alouette did a hand cam stream on Halloween, and she mentioned about brother. Why are you laughing at Enna's brother? Turns out it's a brother baby doll. Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, I really like Enna. Apparently, like her friend Millie has had some bad stuff happen to her recently, and I really hope that it doesn't turn into anything because, yeah, again, Enna and Millie are a great pair. And definitely one of the better things about the eternally burning trash fire that is Niji-sanji. That's so weird. You wouldn't buy and use someone else's used underwear either. You've never been to Japan, have you? Probably not enforceable. If the artist holds the rights but sounds like they sold it to the client, so the end client has the rights and can freely transfer them. Yeah, that's what I would say. That's the right. I mean, if it was like a painting that somebody sold somebody, then there might be a case for that. But for because a VTuber model is like a working product, it's almost a tool. It's almost a tool with like just an artistic function on a technical level. Twitter artists tend to not have the same access to lawyers that record companies do. Doesn't matter whether it's enforceable, the e-artist cartel will make sure no one will work with you if you break their rules, not a joke. Yeah, I've heard nonsense like that. And it holds everybody back. It really holds everybody back. It's just like the whole nonsense with the writers' strike thing. Like, the writers are all terrible. I think I saw once that I am very much unions. Unions have never really done anything positive. I can understand the concept of a union as a good thing, but reading through things like Thomas Sowell and listening to examples of messed up unions and so on. Yeah, I'm not a union fan. I do not think that unions, especially for things like writers and artists, not a good thing. Face's waifu. Yeah, Millie talked in her PL account in her native language, so people suggested that someone in her family is having an emergency issue and she had to take a hiatus since she needs to go back to her home. Okay, I really hope that it works out for her, because Millie, again, nice person. A bit silly, but yeah, Millie, Enna, two good people. I really hope that everything goes well for them, even though they are in the trash fire that is Niji-Sanji at the moment. Let's look back at this for a second. All this is gay nonsense. Really? Did I link that properly? I think I did. Sorry, I'm getting a bit confused. Behold, oh, here it is. Is this some kind of innuendo to gay sex, or is he that much of a man-harer? Oh. 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 Again, Curry, you're self-promoting, but it's funny, so I don't care. Unions have their place in actual labor, not in middle-class desk work. Yep, I agree. I don't think anyone would disagree with you. Millie just tweeted a few hours ago that she's coming back to Canada with a lot of dried mangoes. Hey, that's good. That's good. I'm glad that she's not in a dire situation or anything. That's very good to hear. Again, whenever Niji, some people go like, oh, all of Niji-Sanji bad, no Niji-Sanji will. No, Niji-Sanji is just a bad company, but it has plenty of good people in it, and I have nothing but positivity towards anyone who is not an objectively horrible person. And it sounds like there are one or two in Niji-Sanji, like Seiyu, or like former... the Queen of Zionism mentioned a few people, but again, it's all he said, she said. Very much innocent until proven guilty in that sphere. Whereas one thing that definitely is not innocent until proven guilty: content warning, racism. I hate you more by the second, mate. I am blocking names to not even give these pieces of S even an inkling of clout after censoring for censoring for BIPOC peace of mind. You wonder why BIPOC don't feel safe in anime communities or the VTuber community. You wonder why we BIPOC make BIPOC only spaces and exclude people. You wonder where the racism is. It's right effing here. Look at it. So sick and tired. So sick and tired. Then you all get in your... This guy is... Oh... Feelings when we speak out or say some about other people or don't want to associate with you. What is it with these people and y'all? I unironically consider y'all to be a dog whistle at this point. Again, I don't really believe in dog whistles because it's a really stupid and easily abused concept, but y'all... If somebody says y'all, especially if somebody says y'all as like an accent or whatever, that's fine in real life. But if you type out y'all, that automatically pigeonholes you as some kind of horrifying soy-drinking leftist golem in my experience. I have never seen anybody who actually drinks milk, who drinks cow's milk, because that's apparently now a sign of racism and white supremacy, to say y'all in a tweet or anything like that. It's just dark humor, bro. Chill, aha. I'm gonna show you chill when I kick your effing teeth down your throat. Y'all laugh as S online, but mask up or hide in real life because you ain't about it. Just waiting for the regular drama coverage people to cover this and... why is that pattern in there? And to justify it as the BIPOC people are the problem. Curry is from the Philippines, isn't he? Like, Curry is BIPOC or whatever. I don't even... what even does BIPOC mean? I forget. Hey, y'all, your post was heckin' yikes to some of the folks... Is breast milk fine, though? That was a funny stream. I thought curry was some flavor of Euro... Maybe? But I mean, like, if you listen to him, like, he has a very strong accent. English is no satisfactory equivalent of a word that I'm actually not going to say because I don't know if it's, like, a slur or not. And poor Southrons getting their slang stolen. Yeah, isn't it cultural appropriation? Being insanely poor or crusty. Okay. He's full POC. Yeah, like Curry is a POC. He is a person of color. And I don't know what this Kuma guy is. Apart from a massive bitch. Quit riding my dick. You're blocked and still trying to engage with me. Yeah, if you've blocked somebody, I get mad about this on Discord as well. Because I've been in multiple Discords and people have blocked me. And then they read all my messages anyway, and every so often they just go, oh, that guy that I blocked is ranting about so-and-so, which they would only know if they were manually reading my messages after they blocked me. What's the point? Why block me in the first place? It's so stupid. It's so stupid. Like, again, a lot of people, like especially KF, say you should never block anyone. You're a coward if you block anyone. I disagree. I think that you have the sovereign right to decide who you can and can't interact with. Nobody has the right to force themselves on you in an interaction. You have every right to say that you don't want to interact with somebody and use technical tools at your disposal to prevent them from interacting with you. But when people use these tools and then go out of their way to expose themselves to your content, even though they have used tools to prevent them from seeing it because it causes them distress, they have nothing to blame but themselves. It is literally the Tyler the Creator meme. Look away from the screen. Nothing requires you to engage with this stuff, and yet they're doing it anyway. I'll take you up on that offer, internet tough guy plus racist. Yeah. This is again, it's another example of the snake eating its own tail. Multiple people have blocked you, you say. I think I said this, I've mentioned this before, but I've been in I've been on Discord since 2016. I joined a whole bunch of when I was massively into tabletop role-playing and everything. I was part of quite a few tabletop role-playing Discords, and I saw them get taken over by the wheelchair-accessible dungeon crowd in real time, and I did not stay silent when they came for my hobby, put it that way. But Proctor, the feeling of being mad at someone you can just ignore is greater than actually just ignoring someone. Yeah, neuron activate, I guess. An old guy referencing that meme with that voice, Lamau, what a tonal dissonance. Yeah, I mean, Tyler the Creator is very rude, so I'm not going to quote him verbatim. Especially not on YouTube. Good grief, no. When are you going to do the Courier Engine collab? He never replied to me, so I have no idea what if he has any interest in that. But I mean, again, I think that he promotes himself a little bit too much. I think that he has being ignored infuriates this kind of person more than anything else. Oh yeah. Like there was actually no, I'm not going to talk about it. It's too much of a tangent. But yeah, I did. It horrifies me that it's not enough for the progressive people to stop you from saying what you want. They then have to follow you around everywhere, even to places they have never gone before, to monitor your speech and try and make sure you don't say those things anywhere. You can't escape if you have their attention. The only choice you have is to stand and fight. You never have a choice but to stand and fight for what you believe in. Don't ever think you have any other choice when it comes to progressive stuff. Your choice is fight or die. It's that simple. Not BIPOC enough to quote the tweet. Oh, sorry. I am adjusting myself in my chair. Let me just catch up on chat a tiny bit. I think I'm caught up there. Justify it then, boy. You in love with me, huh? Come give me a spooch. Smooch? You always QRTing or screenshotting. Let's link. You know what? I will say that. I'll fuck you in the arse. You'll be my bottom bitch. Oh, and don't worry. I'm... I'm trying. Breathe, woman, breathe. Kachatka, son of tyrant shit. This is just. I'm sorry. Wait, I'm pretty sure I haven't. Let me take my filters. I do have a noise gate, although the open threshold might be a bit too large. You know, the thing is, I can actually laugh a lot deeper than that. But it's just it's funny. I can't really do it when I'm sitting down. I have to be standing up. I guess it's because I'm in a slightly hunched position in my chair, so I'm not able to take full advantage of my vocal range. So I always want to laugh with the higher pitched end of my voice as opposed to like a deep belly laugh. Oh, but this. Oh, this is. I don't know how do you recover from this. I'm really sad. I'm really sad that Kiwi Farms doesn't like accept VTubers in a broader position, because there is so much milk from somebody like this. Have you had your T levels checked? I have. Trust me, mate, I have plenty of testosterone. I am one of the very few autistic people I know who has no issues with testosterone, put it that way. I can't. How do you even respond to a tweet like this? Does Curry say anything more than this? I haven't scrolled down any further. No, he doesn't. I'm trying to think of something to say here. I can't. I just can't. This is. You don't come back from this. This is the kind of thing that will haunt you to your dying day. This is a defining moment. A defining moment. This is something that defines you for the rest of your existence. He's British, so his T levels are quite high. You genuinely sounded like you were getting some Tyrone loving for a bit there. Shut up. How do you choke while laughing? I had COVID not too long ago, and it has left my throat just a little bit rawer than normal. And even now, when I laugh like that, it irritates my throat. Oh, I've been sitting here for 5 minutes. I can't think. Kuma, the fruitiest gay rapist or rapist. I can't. I'm trying. I'm legitimately just kind of mentally looping about this. I can't think of anything else. It is the most perfect example of somebody committing Twitter suicide. And again, let me go back to his Twitter for a second. Let me go back to his Twitter. Did I open his Twitter? Yeah, Kuma, the regular thing. Look at this. Look at this right here. This guy was this guy was a manager who got involved, presumably with his talent. Okay, maybe he was a manager for this, and then maybe he was just a general manager. He wasn't managing that woman whose name that I've already forgotten, and he wasn't managing her while in a relationship with her, but I mean, logically, I assume that he would be managing her too. So he gets in a relationship with her, and then they break up. she announces the breakup first, as far as I've seen. And then he goes full crawling in my skin, these catgirl wounds will not heal. On Twitter, publicly. And then he gets in a massive slap fight with, with Curry. And then after all that, he goes, attention, I will be opening up my management services again. Going to put my nose to the grindstone this time. I will only be taking 2 people, though. I think they were involved first, and he declared himself a manager later. Oh, no. Does anybody in this tweet thread call him out on this? The following media includes potentially sensitive content. What the hell is this? What? What? Twitter, are you having a stroke? Let me just refresh that to make sure it's not some weird error on my end. What? What? Why? Why was this flagged? Why was this flagged as sensitive content? Would it kill you to use dark mode during streams? Not a big fan of being flashbanged every 5 minutes. How do I... Let me just do this on the other thing in case I accidentally revealed something that I shouldn't. Because I barely look at Twitter settings. Twitter. Why is it asking me to sign in again? Sign in as myself? Okay. And then go to profile, I think. Edit profile. How on earth do you even enable dark mode on Twitter? I don't know. More professional settings and support, settings and privacy. Oh, is it display? Accessibility, display, languages. Dim. Okay. Pardon me. Okay. I have done the thing. Does this now work when I do this? No, it doesn't. What? Okay. I think it's a whole account flagged so sensitive so every image post gets set your OS to use dark mode. I don't want to because I prefer light mode. Profile, more. Let me just go back to the regular thing while I change this for people. Apparently it doesn't. Oh, probably because I'm on a different profile. That makes sense. Settings and support, settings and privacy, accessibility, display, dim. There we go. And does that... Yeah, that's now... Yeah, that's permanent. All right, for you people, I have been nice. Again, I don't want to... I like light mode. I think that people overreact when... I think his whole account is flagged as sensitive, so every image post gets hidden. Okay. It's been flagged because it's... No, I agree with Twitter. Black people are very sensitive. Why are you not using dark mode? Why are you not normal? Because when I first started using the internet, everything was light mode by default. Light mode was considered the standard back when I started using the internet. Everything was light by default. You go to a forum before you create an account, light mode by default. And all I deal with that by just turning down my monitor brightness. Dark mode looks way better. You are allowed to be objectively wrong. You are allowed to be objectively wrong. Get with the times. Excuse me, I am autistic. Change hate. I hate change. I'm very much aligned with Kirshi in that regard. I hate change. Why did I still... call it? I'm trying... Again, British ESL. Please understand. Light mode at night messes with your sleep. Well, dark... See, the thing is, my monitor is actually programmed to dim itself right the way down when it's at this time of night. So on my screen, light mode is still pretty dark. Whereas dark mode actually makes it hard for me to see. But again, for my dear chat, who I love all of you, particularly. I really enjoy your company. Thank you very much for staying with me and everything. But for the sake of my wonderful chatters, I'm actually at 30 concurrents. Let me do the thing. Let me just do the thing, because I'm curious. Let me just do that. Let me just do the number thing. The number friending. The number friending. Yeah, that's why you install the Shadow the Hedgehog theme for your Firefox. Yeah, I'm just curious how many people are watching that Twitter is currently... Twitter? No, YouTube is currently hiding. I'm amazed that there's like 31 concurrents at the moment. I really thought that after a week or two of not streaming, people would just be like, nah, I'm not interested anymore. But like, thanks very much. Thank you very much for showing up, guys. I really appreciate it. But yeah, going back to this guy, I am still learning and trying to gain experience. I am by no means a professional. This is just a hobby that interests me. I do not want any attention. Let me remain behind the scenes. I do not publish who I currently manage, nor do I expect the same out of anyone interested. I genuinely want to help people in any way that I can. Oh, my friend. The only way this guy can recover is if he deletes his Twitter and goes full... The only way you come back from this is to delete your social media entirely. I hope this person has not streamed or anything so that people don't know his voice. Just delete everything and then make a new identity completely and never talk about anything like what happened. That's the only way you come back from that. That's the only way you come back from posting something like this. Although, as somebody mentioned, Twitter users are just like this, so maybe you've streamed more than Gura. Might as well just hire some hobo off the street as a manager. Probably has some life experience at least. Yep. Basically. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. Yeah, this is what being on a place like Twitter normalizes. It normalizes responses like this, and it very much upsets me that this is actually considered normal. And that after so many years of nonsense like this, it's just I'm not going to rant on it. I'm not going to rant on Clown World right now. That's all. So I'm just going to move on from this, because again, we've still got a ton of tabs to go through. Oh, this is the VT Rainbow stuff. Another thing that Curry brought up, but I've moved quite a lot of it to its own channel, its own like private channel. Is it? No, it's not private. I think it's still common. Yeah, on Discord, because I'm going to do a full-length stream on VT Rainbow at some point. He wants to frying what? Limpkin, if that's another thing that you can send somewhere, I want to see that guy and his. oh, it's you making a joke about him being pansexual. I needed a moment there. I'm sorry. But yeah, this was the VT Rainbow stuff. My experiences with VT. This is. Deval, this is a lewd tuber. This is a very lewd tuber. I am not going to go to their Twitter because they are very, very horny on main, and it's pretty disgusting. This is... Who is it? Didn't they announce... sorry, give me a second, please. But I think Deval is very, very open about the whole Twitter nonsense stuff, where they are the whole like trans pride nonsense and so on, very progressive, and yet they came out nuclear on Marina TV, who is a man wearing a female skin suit online, and has completely just managed to turn these people against him, and it's hilarious. This is another case of the snake eating its own tail. I'm not going to go through all of this, but VT Rainbow, as far as I know, has practically collapsed. I'm not sure if Marina is actually still part of VT Rainbow, but I think VT Rainbow technically still exists in some capacity, but a large number of the progressive nonsense people who were part of VT Rainbow have just left, and they've all put out stuff like this, where they say that Marina TV was openly abusive towards them and was a bully and making fun of people. What a shock. What a shock. A man, a biological man, wears a female skin suit online and pretends to be a hot female dominatrix whose content is mostly abusive in nature. Turns out they were being abusive on Discord and to the other people in their corporations. Wow. Wow, that's so strange. Who could have possibly predicted it? Who could have possibly predicted that a biological man in a space where they are surrounded by disabled or mentally, what's even the right, neurodivergent women, because I remember that like Lennox and so on is a genuine woman. Just listen to her streams, that is, and she has a very, very nice voice. And this man in a woman's space is abusive and takes advantage of their power and is a bully. What a shock. And I posted about this. I don't have the bookmark in my... But these people are still saying that this man is a woman. They are still saying that Marina is a woman. They're still using the female pronouns for a man who abused them, who they say was abusive towards them. Like, imagine that. Imagine that. Imagine that you are a woman for a second, very hard, and that you living with an abusive partner. And that abusive partner beats you, or gaslights you, mentally abuses you, and you run away from them. You flee them. I have listened to Arclight. I have listened to Lennox before. She has a very nice voice. Again, I'm not a channel member or anything like that. I've only watched like a couple of things that she's done, but yeah, she has a very nice voice and a really gorgeous model. Like that, Lennox's model is gorgeous. I'm a real fan of the curly hair. That's a gorgeous model, and she has a very nice voice. But again, Rainbow Brigade, I am not going out of my way to listen to her content. I'm just saying that I really do appreciate that model. Very nice model, very nice person. Shame about the politics. And, but yeah, you do that. You escape an abusive partner, but then you go on very specifically to address them in the most honorific terms as possible. It's insanity. You can't call it anything but insanity. It's madness. And again, like I'm not going to go into it. I could do a legitimate, almost, scientific psychological breakdown on why this happens, because I've actually read and researched it, and I'll probably do more after this because I want to talk about this when I do a dedicated VT Rainbow stream. Because this absolutely horrifies me, and it really upsets me that we can reach this point where somebody can be this evil to women, minorities, and so on, and the after they have been abused and acknowledge they have been abused and call them out, these women and minorities still play along with the Emperor's new clothes. That really gets to you when you see that happen. That burns at my soul. That is something that I feel very, very strongly about. Sorry, I can't read chat properly because of the in OBS, which I'm looking at right now. A close poll. Once again, gotta bring up the Dharma dilemma. These people would bend over backwards to call someone like Dharma by his preferred pronouns exclusively for the sake of performative morality. And Henrik Carter says it's fear. Yeah, I understand that it's fear. I understand this fear, but look at the suffragettes. Look at what the suffragettes went through to get the vote for women. Like, read history. They starved themselves to death in prison for the right to vote. They did things like throw themselves under horse-drawn carriages and get themselves crushed to death under horse-drawn carriages or horribly maimed. They used to be attacked and viciously beaten. They had their ribs broken, and horrible things happened to those poor women. And they were just trying to get the vote. They were just trying to get equal representation. They held up their heads and they stuck to their guns. They pretty much never said they would not buy into this kind of insanity. And where that spirit and where that strength has gone, I don't know. And it's very worrying to me. It is very depressing that people can be so afraid of people online that they buy into this nonsense Emperor New Clothes thing when they're not at risk of physical... Well, some of them are at risk, honestly. I mean, we all know what the progressive mob does at colleges and so on. These people's lives have genuinely been in danger at some times. But again, 99% of the power these people have over you is in your head. And the moment you say, no, I won't go along with your nonsense, is the moment that you cast them into the light and they burn up like vampires. Giving them the vote is really working out. This is another horrible thing, and I've spoken to Kirsche before, and she agreed with me that men and women just have fundamentally different viewpoints on the world, and that's a good thing because no person is an island. No person has an absolute majority, has absolute effectiveness on their perceptions. And it's when men and women both acknowledge that they have fundamentally different viewpoints and then work together on the basis of those viewpoints that you get an unstoppable machine. But if you go, like people say, diversity is our strength. But the diversity is illusory because everybody is pushed into the same mold. True diversity is taking in different ideas, different attitudes, different perspectives, and creating a greater, superior consensus out of those perspectives and differences. It's not about taking the differences and crushing them until they all fit into a homogeneous mold that means nothing. They're afraid because they invested too much of their real-life identity into their profiles. I miss the old internet without social media. Yeah, 100%. 100%. That is true and real. That is very real. He murdered she... Right, she murdered her mom. Yeah, Chavez, you're damn right. Porian, they haven't left the cult, only splintered it. Yep. I know. Until... The incel to trans pipeline proven right once again. VT Rainbow still exists the same way Akio Air still exists. Yeah, Murray, you're right there. Obligatory poll meetup mean. Yeah. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Again, I'm somebody who has hope. Again, I have hope. I genuinely have hope, and I consider myself an optimist. And even this stuff, even this, just exasperates and depresses me. So, I really do feel horribly sorry for all the people who don't have hope. And again, at the risk of sounding risk of sounding soppy, there is still hope. It's out there. You've just got to be strong enough to believe in it. Again, I'm not going to go in any further because that's a bit of a pity party and everything, a bit of an off topic. So I won't ramble too much about it. So let's move on from this horrifying topic. That's more VT Rainbow stuff. Let me go forwards. Here's something a lot funnier. Again, Porian, thank you very much for this. Let me just adjust myself in my seat. Did anybody hear the rain outside, by the way? Because the rain is currently pounding on my roof very, very loudly in my ears. Just going to take a drink second. So, thank you very much, Porian, for clipping this.
Felt cold, began to drool and vomit, and exhibited priapism. He was later treated with anesthetics, tetanus, prophylaxis, and anti-venom and recovered 36 hours after the fight. Okay, he lived. He lived. You gotta get a tetanus shot, but he lived. That sounds very painful, though. I don't even know what that is. Wow! Wikipedia picture for that? So insane! Thank you so much for playing more Crystals. Of course, I'll play more next week. I gotta go.
Her model is bucking out from the...
Thanks for coming, guys. Thanks for coming today, guys. I appreciate you hanging out. Oh. Thank you so much to all my regulars and irregulars and everyone who stopped by the first time. Thank you so much for giving me a chance. Thank you very much to all the VOD watchers and VOD commenters and all the chatters and lurkers. And thank you so much for all my dream viewers, Buckos, and Spirelings, and everybody who who renewed their memberships and donated this stream. I appreciate you guys. And I will see you tomorrow for some...
Ami love, guys. Ami love. No corruption. She's got to know what her venom does to buckos. And corrupting the spooder mom of all things. Yeah, Ami love. Very much Ami love. Ami is extremely cute. But there was a follow-up to this. Do I have the follow-up somewhere in my list? Is this... Oh, that's no, that's the botting thing. Isn't it down here somewhere? It's annoying because, like, somebody sent her... I remember, that's really annoying. Somebody sent her a mallow on Twitter that was, like, about this incident. And it's really annoying. I thought that I had it open. That's very irritating. Is it one of the next things on? Oh yeah, that's another thing. Apparently, apparently Irie's breasts are still growing. Yes, here it is. Here it is. I know it looks funny, but it's very useful. Sincerely, Priapus, ancient Greek god. The official position of the Ami planet government, which is just the supreme spider mamma mia, is that amitoxin gives you sleepy time and nice dreams only. Buckos know better, though. Architect, no comment, but yeah, Ami love. I think Ami is one of the best examples of a VTuber who is delightfully innocent, and seeing her react to stuff like this is always hilarious. But just to segue, just to use this as a convenient segue, if people like Porian, I don't know if you're a clipper or not, your channel only has like 3 subs, so if you're planning on doing clipping or anything, I am more than happy to play people's clips on stream if they want to, like, promote them and everything. Obviously, if it's decent clips, I will pre-screen them to make sure I'm not showing anything horrible on stream. But yeah, I really want to make clipping a bit more obvious on the forum. I've considered how to do it before. I'm not sure. I'm always very reluctant to add new things, like new boards or things to the forum, because I don't want them to end up being dead and useless. And I don't like splitting up people's attention too much because it seems like most people still like the large general thread kind of thing. But in the future, as we expand, I would like to add elements to the forum, which maybe what I need is more like the equivalent of an RSS feed or whatever, where right on the main page, there's a few more extra boxes and windows that keep track of certain things, like the latest clips being posted, etc. I did one today, not an ad. Yeah, if people want to, one day I'll clip you for my 700 plus subscriber channel, Proctor. Go away, Granth. But yeah, am considering. I said earlier, I'm not going to go into all of that now. But I said in the announcement I made earlier today that I was going to make another announcement later in the week. And although it might be a little bit later than that because I'm not sure how much time I'll have tomorrow or on the weekend, but it's going to be fairly large, and I'm going to take advantage of the fact that I haven't made a big announcement in general. I've honestly been kind of letting the forum run by itself for a while, and we can start the dedicated clipping board once a TVA Tuber Gen launches. Johnny splintering threads as it goes just feels better than a dozen different threads. Yeah, there are pros and cons to weigh up. But I would like there to be more options for people to promote themselves on the forum. Because I've said before about having TVA be a place where VTubers themselves can use as a resource. And some people have said that that's naive and stupid of me, and I understand. There is never, ever going to be, because, I mean, just from the content that I've talked about in this very stream, just this stream by itself, no big corporation is ever going to touch TVA with a 10-foot barge pole. And I'm fine with that. I don't care. I am a mote of dust on the wind to somebody like Niji Sanji Hololive. Hell, even for somewhere like Phase Connect, I'm still a mote of dust. And I have no pretensions towards that. But for indies, again, we have like, I can think of at least 5 or 6 indies now. Again, small indies. No, actually more than that, probably 10 or more that I know for a fact have visited TVA in some capacity or other. I mean, we even have people like Empraise on the Discord and on the and partly on the forum now, who is intending to become a VTuber and was encouraged to be a VTuber by members of the Discord, members of the forum. So we already have had an objective impact on the industry, even if it is a tiny impact. And I do want to facilitate that. And again, if a corporation wants to come to me for an offer or anything, like if Idlecore, tell you something, if Idlecore comes to me in my DMs and says, we'll pay you $1,000 or whatever to put a banner ad of our next generation on your forum, I'm going to do that. I'm taking that Jew money. I'm taking that Jew gold, mates. I hope you know that in advance. They can reach out to me anytime they like. Avil, I am open. Okay? Again, in case people are worried, if a corporation did come to me and say, we want to endorse, sponsor, or pay you for exposure on the forum, I would be open to that. But if they said, to do that, you need to start censoring any negative critique of our company or whatever, I would say no. Again, I do think that people should be polite towards VTubers, especially if they come here. But it's just a case of attracting more flies with honey than with vinegar. And this is something, I'll tangent a tiny bit on this, that when I first joined Kiwi Farms in 2015 or so on, there was a lot of lolcows who were active on the forum itself and posted in their own threads, and people were not horribly aggressive towards them. People would engage them in conversation, and they got to know them, and we got to know far, far more about those lolcows because of the fact that they felt comfortable enough to come to Kiwi Farms and talk about what they were doing. And then we did by the current attitude of them. Like, what is the first person, the average person's reaction to getting a thread on Kiwi Farms? They're going to delete everything, and they are going to stay as far away as possible unless they are insane. So, and I want to avoid that kind of perception. If TVA talks about somebody, I do not want there to be a reason for everybody else to go, oh, TVA is a horrible, disgusting, revolting site, and nobody should ever go there, and it's awful. If you're a VTuber and you go there, you're not only committing a sin, you're doing yourself harm or everything. I don't want that to be our public perception. Yeah, there's a difference between critique and like harassment and so on. Sorry, just let me look at chat a second. Somebody said something earlier. There's a bunch of stuff. What am I doing? Thrang, what if they asked to censor roommate talk / doxing? Well, we do have a shield there because I'm something like 95% certain that every single incident of roommate posting, like pictures and so on, that is on the forum has been linked from another site, like Nifco or something. I don't think there are any instances of us being like the breaking news when it comes to roommate posting. We kind of are, but we are comfy in our decadence. Then we need to remove our current lolcal threads to accommodate with what you're thinking of. Again, I don't think that I think you could make a statement that the stuff that we do, like recording things like Henry and so forth, is a service rather than anything else, because we make it clear to anybody. If you, let's say you're an indie VTuber and somebody called Henry Ikari shows up in your chat, and you Google his name or somebody else says Google Henry Ikari, and TVA comes up as the first thing, as one of the first things. Or actually no, because maybe I should make the lolcow board from. I know that it won't stop people from asking Artlight, but I'm making my point. My public thread on KF is better. This is true. Yeah, I should probably actually make the lolcow board public again. I actually think that I will. Considering this, I will make the lolcow board on TVA public again. Because again, that information could be legitimately relevant and useful to somebody just coming into the industry, because we've established very effectively that there are crazy schizos in the VTuber community who will go through new VTubers over and over again and make trouble and drama in their community until they get banned. And it benefits VTubers to know that these people exist and know that there are resources that document their activity so they can take precautions against it. So that is an argument I would legitimately make if somebody came here and said, we're worried about the stuff that you post. DDG gets me social media, and then KF at the bottom. Okay. Again, because things like lolcow, the lolcow board or the rec room is private to members, I don't think you would get anything on, say, SEO or search engine optimization if you just Googled the names of lolcows there. So I think actually I will make the lolcow board public again. It might get more attention that way. Or it could just be that, hey, there's not too many active lolcows in the VTuber public community. VTubers already have their own distributed list of problematic viewers, but it will be nothing but convenient aggregator thread. Some like a big corporation will definitely, but I mean, there's plenty of. We know for a fact that Henry has gone to places like V Reverie and whatsoever, and he wasn't banned there. Like, he made a mess in I think, is it Rana's chat? I know that that happened, and like she got angry at him and called him out and called him a schizo and everything. Again, more coverage of crazy people is better. Just looking for some rats. And that's, again, I don't claim that I have an absolute path, that there is an absolute path forwards, but again, I'm not going to be caught particularly by surprise if somebody comes here, if some corpo or something says, you need to take this stuff down, and my attitude is that if it's public information, it's public information. And again, we are a cloud-hosted server for now. Even when we get our own server or whatever, which I need to look into again very soon, do not make TVA the only place you post stuff that could potentially be deleted. It is not a place you should use as a final or only archive of stuff. Keep local backups. Put stuff on Google Drive. The more places something is saved, the more chances it has of still existing when people start noticing and asking for it to be taken down. Again, I will do my best to preserve information on the forum, but I am admitting that there are some things that are not within my power. And when those cases, those cases have never happened, but if they do, people should not look to me as the sole source of defense for the information they've posted. And it's like Lewis Rossman says, if your data isn't backed up to 3 separate places, it doesn't exist. And that's the attitude I take as well. Skinwalk Joshua Moon. I do live relatively close, geographically speaking, to where he is. Have you considered Irish EU privacy regulations as far as documenting lolcows go? I mean, the server is hosted on a cloud which is US based, and I'm 99 to nearly 100% certain that my status as owner is legally distinct from the fact that something is hosted there. Like the server and the data in it does not exist in EU territory. And that's how Twitter gets around EU privacy laws as well, because the data on Twitter that it keeps about its users from EU sites is streamed to data centers in the USA. When the data is physically on a USA server, EU law does not apply to it. Todd's Folly, I'm going to upload archives to the memory of my FBI handler's phone. So he can do all me. He can do me this solid for e-stalking me all day. Anyway, let's move on from this. I'm conscious that I've had the preapsism thing on screen the entire time. We only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 tabs left. 12 tabs left. We have done well tonight. Just close down. What was this? Oh, this was it. This was another interesting thing. The boards have been buying bots to make certain VTubers look bad, but they mess it up. This is at least the second time this happens. Warusu.org. Look, man, how do you even say this? /hashtag/? What am I supposed to say that? How do you say that? Somebody in chat, please help me. Nichi-Sanji will not ask to take something down. It's been weeks and there's been a grand total of less than 10 posts about new gen. Last time posters even confused as to who was who's PL. Yeah. Yeah, Nichi-Sanji is not in a good place PR-wise right now. How has this not been banned off the board? Other than that one Prism Snake woman? No, it's Sarah. Someone recently messed up trying to bot a Niji, but people like FWMC and Baijo are also being assailed by botting right now because of their stupid number-friending rat race for gold. Here we go. Here's the thing. Final EN... so Luca Kaneshiro on Nichi-Sanji was a shameless botter. So... from what I've been reading about this is that places like the boards have been buying up bots to deliberately send bots to inflate the view count of certain VTubers that they don't like, and then going back to themselves and saying these VTubers are having fake engagement because they're buying the bots. By Joe, yeah. I'm talking about the /hashtag/ thing. How do I say that? I'm not talking about the other names, you idiots. I don't think Niji is mortally wounded, but if they don't course correct, they will be. I think they can go on. Again, I don't think that Niji is going to fail anytime soon, but it's just the sheer weight of incompetence that it's just not a good look. Let me just look through again. Points per streamer, 5 points. I don't understand this nonsense at all. These people talk in a very strange way, and I hate it all the time. Oh yeah, here's Shiro's thing. Yeah, you can tell where the bots happen. There was no raid or funnel on the Shu stream. He bought bots for the wrong stream. And yeah, the first thing is saying... yeah, as I said, that these guys are buying bots and then trying to make VTubers look bad by sending bots to their stream and then self-reporting themselves by saying that it's the VTuber. Numbers. Sorry, Parian. I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about the number friending stuff. I apologize. I apologize. It's a decent idea for disrupting internal projections for Niji management too. It could make them accelerate in the wrong direction if done properly, like they did with coom-baiting males. Niji JP is coasting along just fine compared to other branches. The incompetence is pretty much on the foreign branch. JP wouldn't sink even those. Yeah, exactly. Like, Niji Sanji is large enough that entire branches can be dead on arrival, and Niji Sanji don't care. Yeah, that's actually interesting, Lakis. That's an interesting, like, that would make sense, because I really doubt that, like, the Japanese people are going to take things like botting into, they're not going to realize that it's botted engagement. That might actually have some impact. That's interesting. That's an interesting perspective on it. So yeah, this might actually have some long-term consequences. I don't know. It's an interesting idea to think about. But yeah, I'm not surprised this is happening at all. I remember when I worked with VTuber companies and so on, I had access to a VTuber company, not a VTuber, sorry, a YouTuber. The names are so similar that it's hard to keep them separate. This was several years ago. That when I was working with a reasonably popular YouTuber on the internet, on YouTube. Goodness me, I'm babbling like mad. That I had access to their work email, Gmail. They got offers for botted accounts constantly. And I have suspicion that they did actually buy botting services once, because when I ended my contract or whatever with the person I was talking to, I'm not going to talk about who it was, Granth, because I worked in a very background role, but my name is there in the credits somewhere, and I'm not going to say who it is because it's an old identity that I don't want linked. Again, I don't really care, but it's just just a small amount of OPSEC that I'm still trying to cling to. And yeah, I left them eventually, and I still had access to their company accounts. They took ages to remove my access to the company Gmail account. And I remember at a whim going back to it like 3 or 4 months later and finding replies from a botting company. They're saying, this is your review. This is our internal metrics of the impact of botting on your stream. I think that it might have been just spam or something to try and get them to click bad links to take over their channel. It could have been something like that, or it could have been proof that they actively were buying bots, but I never saw any of that while I was working for them. I do know that the channel in question is not doing so well now that I left. That's all that I'll say. But it was a big YouTube channel that did a lot of contract work. I was one of literally hundreds of people during the time span that I worked for them that was there. So it wasn't a cornerstone, but I left when I saw they were taking a route that I really didn't agree with. That's all that I'll say. And again, no big massive thing or anything. Just something that I was involved with before I made TVA. That's all. Let me go back to chat for a second. Zen Gunman, I watched all of TTT's debuts. Claude's chat was going wild with feminine sounding usernames spamming purple hearts at him. They made up a game out of female stream stats and got mad when penis havers did well. It was not Jim Sterling. Shut up. I bets on it being one of those top 10 content slop channels. Nope, it was not. It was a legitimate, very... Again, I worked with them for quite a while, and I genuinely enjoyed my time there. I felt as if I was contributing to something that was much better. But then the holy YouTube algorithm changed, and their views started dropping a bit, and they decided they needed to set aside their principles for content, to put it that way, for views. And that was when I was like, nope, I'm out. No, because it was genuinely a good thing, and then it sold out, pretty much. That's the story there. That's the story there. And it's the curse of YouTube. It's the curse of YouTube. And the thing is that I understand why they did it, because it cost a lot to make the videos that they were. And YouTube was screwing them. It was a screwy thing. And but again, I would have stayed the course. I would have stayed the course. And I think the algorithm has since swung back much more towards the kind of stuff that I was doing with them. So I think I was in the right, but they would say a different thing. What a shock. Proctor Zakharov thinks he's in the right. What an amazing revelation. Actively botting every Luxium stream for months is just the weird cope they tell each other. I think all Niji Inn managers did was buy ads for Asia, and there was a wave of Chinese woman viewers came from. Unable to connect to chat. Please try again later. Hello, can people hear me again? What's going on? Let me just refresh live streaming. So back. Okay, I'm back. Oh, thank goodness. YouTube auto. Thank you very much, YouTube. I really appreciate that. One moment. Oh, good. Oh, good. Oh, good. Oh, good. I'm very happy with that. Also, YouTube is now asking me to verify that it's me again, but can you wrap it up in the next hour? BB is having a collab with Senna. You know what? I would actually quite like to watch that myself. So yeah, I'll probably do that. Because I'm amazed at how long I've gone on so far. How long have I been streaming for? Like 2 hours, 23 minutes, it says. Yeah, I'm sorry. So to explain, my internet just completely died then. Like at the router. And I don't know why. It died for about 30 seconds or so. I'm not sure what the last thing was that people heard. Yeah, we've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So let's move on from this stuff. Chat, that's great. Chat is now disconnected. Just 1 second. Proc, you have to wrap it up within the hour anyway because Pivot streams in 55 minutes. You are all so... I love streaming to you guys because you're always so honest about being ready to drop me the moment Pippa comes along. Also do the thing, it's been half a what? Yeah, okay, I will probably do it Takadachi sometime. Let me just go through the tabs quickly. Why on earth have I got this? Oh yes, this is why. Why did this move? Dizzy seems to have a funny thing because this happened. Yeah, on Saturday. There was a meet and greet. I forget where. Was it off Kai or whatever? And she says, to the Phase Connect audience, come say hi and ask me highly inappropriate questions. What do you think happened? What do you think happened? Yeah, let me just check my stuff. I can't actually because YouTube asked me to verify stuff. Stop kicking the cable. And apparently somebody asked Dizzy about the Palestine-Israeli war at the moment. And so as a result, I don't know what happened to that person, but they were given a warning. And when Iori came on, they said no more political questions. Yumacon in Detroit. Ah, they asked her about Israel, didn't they? Yes, they did. They asked her about Israel. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to change my scenes. I forgot you can't see this. My apologies. My apologies. Yeah, so that was the tweet she sent. She sent that to the Face Connect audience. Again, Dizzy had to be dissuaded live on air, I think, from making... Maybe I'm over-dramatizing it, but Jizzy... Okay, let me stop that. I'm really Freudian slipping. Oh, help. Dizzy had to be dissuaded live on air from making an account on TVA. she does not. She strikes me as a woman who has a lot of yabai in her, but really doesn't know the kind of people she's dealing with on the internet, because she seems to kind of dance towards the Pippa line of serious parasocialism and really doing stuff that is edgy on the internet, but then just kind of doing it with the wrong people and getting pulled back over and over again. It's like she wants to be Pippa, but she can't quite make it. I remember her commentary about the Jews, about the Jewish stuff too, when she was doing the South Park watch-along thing. Her eyes are up there. It's not my fault she has such a Coomer model. In fairness, Dizzy's model is pretty damn great too. Shut up. Yes, I know what I said. I know what I said. It was an accident. It was a Freudian slip. Okay, her name is, and I've been talking for far too damn long. Yeah, I really hope that Dizzy keeps streaming and keeps making a name for herself, but she really needs to learn not to say this kind of thing in public, especially not to the PCG audience. Her audience includes Pippa's audience. Don't ask people to ask you highly inappropriate questions, because people will. Let's move on, because I've got to get through this quite quickly. This was another thing that happened. Juna of another Jewish thing, where she managed to get her account hacked. This was notable to me because account hacking has been very prominent. This was another thing that I remember when I used to work with a YouTuber. They were terrified of getting their account hacked, and they were part of a informal group of other YouTube content creators who had their accounts hacked, and every single one of them, we're talking very large channels, this included indies and very large channels, all of them said that getting your account hacked is the worst thing that can happen to you on YouTube, because YouTube will not care. YouTube will not give a damn if your account is hacked. Juna's account was hacked by this guy, Simple, or whatever, and it was restored almost instantly. Between the time of this being posted and me noticing and announcing it, it had already been restored. The only real thing that we got out it, somebody said, if nothing else, the Jews are efficient. And then I commented on this, and a whole bunch of people said that it was a lot better. That the YouTube's fraud detection and so on. She got an email about her YouTube password expiring, so she clicked the link and put in her old password. Oh no! Apparently, okay. What we did get out of it is that she apparently did a bunch of test streams. Nobody has commented on any yabs or anything she did in this, but I'd find it funny that these things occasionally happen. Again, if you do this stuff, you should delete it afterwards. I did a bunch of small test streams to just test my audio quality and so on before before I started streaming regularly, and I deleted all of those. Again, they're literally just me saying test into the microphone. They are not legendary lost content and testing different filters and so on. But yeah, you should delete this stuff after you're done with it. Maybe archive it or just save it to your desktop, whatever. But yeah, get rid of it. Actual bait that only a child would take. Again, they're women. They're women. Shouldn't that be very legally actionable? Yeah, but YouTube doesn't care. That's the thing. How do you contact YouTube to serve them or anything? How on earth do you do that? That's not going to happen. Also, one second. I'm going to be mildly distracted for a moment because I'm getting this verification thing. Except not. Okay. Someone got graduated over a pre... It wasn't that Aloe? Wasn't Aloe accidentally did that? What's going on now? Sorry, my thing is being very... YouTube is being very gay and stupid. Yeah, give me a second, please, because I need to do this stupid thing. Again, because it's asking me to verify my account. I don't understand why. Can't connect to the internet. Yeah, I've got flight mode enabled, you idiot. This is really wonderful. I don't know why Google has suddenly decided to obsessively demand that I verify my account, because when my thing disconnected, when live streaming came back, I cannot actually end stream at the moment without doing this. That's why I'm doing it right now. I cannot, because it's blocked my ability to interact with the live streaming thing. I cannot hit end stream unless I do this. Right, Google settings. Manage your Google account, and then select the security tab. But yeah, I physically have to do this, otherwise I can't end stream. Security code. Okay. Do not say the code out loud on stream. But it doesn't matter, it's a 50-minute code, so... There we go. Hopefully that will work. Yes, it works. Just pull the plug easy. Yeah, but it's awkward. Very awkward. YouTube has a cool feature where if you enter your password into chat, it will automatically be censored. For example, my password is... Murray, we know you're old. Please stop showing just how old you are, all right? I mean, outside of YouTube's system, like, there should be a tort, if not a criminal offense. Yeah, but how do you tell who the scammer is? How do you tell? Like, that's the problem. How do you prove that they're the scammer? Touch Fluffy Tail. I massively approve of your account name. Let me just roll up a... Just, because I wasn't able to look at chat either because the whole thing was blocked. I can't think of her that is Dizzy that way. Every time I see her name, all I can remember is an iconic egg character from a series of Britbong platformer games. Oh yeah, Dizzy the Egg. I remember that. I know about Dizzy the Egg mostly because it's something that's the weird thing. Another weird crossover between VTubers and real life is Yahtzee is used Dizzy the Egg from the Fantasy World Dizzy games in a lot of his old videos as like a running joke, and then we have Dizzy Dokuro reminding people of the Dizzy the Egg games. And I mean, hey, she has certain parts of Dizzy are very round and egg-like, shall we say. But anyway, yeah, I'm just very impressed that YouTube seems to have actually done something about a hack channel for a change, and that hack channel happened to be a VTuber channel. Again, very stupid of Juna to fall for it, but I remember when the hacking thing was really prominent, a lot of content creators said that they get emails where they're very legitimate, you can be scammed and fooled very easily, and literally all you have to do is click on one link and it hijacks your browser session and there's nothing you can do about it. But I'm glad that it seems like that problem is slowly receding in memory. And we're back to terrifying things. We're back to terrifying things, lads. I hope you enjoy this. I am actually going to just make sure that this Twitter does not have tons of NSFW things. I'm almost certain it does. Let me just copy this to the non-streaming thing. Paste and go. This includes potentially sensitive content. Wait. What? Show it. Oh, okay, sorry. Now, let me just look at this guy's profile, because, yeah, this is a man. This is a man, baby. This is a man. This is very much a man. Sweet as a sugar plum. If you want to be a Coomer on a stream, you shouldn't. For ban people for wood posting on chat. Excuse me? Excuse me? Excuse me? Yeah, if you like cute and he literally, I didn't even notice that he used the meme that I will not repeat. Small and thick brat times sweet cuddly plant. Is there any clips of this guy speaking? Again, I don't have no idea. What does his voice sound like? I'm going to just check this. What does his voice sound like? Please don't tell me what his accent. Please don't.
So do not like ham.
Beast.
No
So
pork.
beast.
Just real nice yummy sausage.
Oh, I'm so disappointed.
Can my dad actually give me Pete? My ass if my dad gave me Pete. Actually, no, he can't. He's not giving me pizza money. Nope, no, he's not. No, he's not. I don't want him to. No.
Oh, I'm so annoyed. They're live right now, and they're live with somebody else that they're live with somebody else that I've watched before. I am very, very disappointed. But yeah, this is again. Is that Aunt Hime? I don't know. I don't know. But look at this model. Look at this model. How, I mean, it's a bit too lolly-like, except for the chest. Imagine how nice it would be if this model had a decent wait, sorry, what is going on? What are people yelling about now? Let me just check. I was expecting British raid. I'm sorry, I'm being distracted. I'm not getting much boy from this. Yeah, it says boy wife. Sounded like her weird. Okay. Oh yeah, because I had it on. I forgot my desktop audio was. You guys confused me. I didn't know what you were talking about for a second. No, I was. I've posted before that she's or he is collabing with somebody else that I'm with. I'm sorry. I'm very confused for a second. I'm looking at this thing and I can feel my brain draining out of my ears looking at this. What kind of man do you have to be to willingly stream wearing this skin suit? What kind of man? What do you tell your parent? How do you look at your parents and say, Mom and Dad, I'm a lolly female VTuber? Like, again, I don't like this world. I don't like this. Wouldn't pass the null head test. No, it absolutely would not pass the null head test. You are quite right. Very stretchable man. Oh no, please. Oh no, don't make me think of that. Don't make me think of that. I don't want any wires crossed in my head. Yes, let's move on from this. I don't want to, yeah, why are we here just to suffer? I don't want to think about this thing any longer, but I was horrified by this, so now you have been too. This is, but moving swiftly on. Moving swiftly on. I'm sorry if my interaction with chat changes, because the crash made my OBS chat, which I look at most often, it went weird, and it's not doing properly. Looks like a rejected design for a Made in Abyss background character who dies horribly off-screen. Oh no, nobody dies horribly off-screen in Made in Abyss. They die very much on-screen. Parents wouldn't even understand. You think they ever have a father in their life? Yeah. Yeah, that is very much fatherless behavior. Very much fatherless behavior. But yeah, I have to do something funny to keep on looking at tabs. Keep on looking at chat, rather. He looks... I'm not reading that out. God damn it, why did he have to know Charlotte? Yeah, it depresses me that there are female VTubers that will collab with somebody like this. Collab with a real man. Seriously. But anyway, let me go on. So I have to fiddle around with my tabs to look at chat now. It's a bit annoying. This was all talking about the Valorant hacking thing. Who was it exactly? Yeah, Niji. This was originally called a Niji Sanji Chinese VTuber. No, it was not. This is somebody who works for Virtua Real. Virtua Real is entirely separate from Niji-Sanji itself. However, I believe that Niji-Sanji is a co-founder of it. Virtua Real... Virtua Ria? That would be an interesting VTuber content. A VTuber Ria. Rias are cute. I like Rias and emus too. Emus and Rias are very cute. Anyway, let's try and focus. That Virtua Real has its own thing, and Virtua Real VTubers are in no way associated with Niji-Sanji VTubers, although they occasionally stream under the same banner. So, although I originally posted this as a 0 days since last Niji-Sanji Yab, no. Niji-Sanji only has coincidental ties with Virtua Real. Well, not coincidental, but more like business. I don't think they have any influence on the VTuber side of things for Virtua Real at all. Yes, she was caught hacking. It was very blatant, very obvious. You can see that she's using wall hacks. Oh, that is quite a cute Sheena Devil picture. I like that. But yeah, she's using wall hacks. There's no denying it. And then she made this response to it. She's called Kiyu. I'm very sorry for disturbing you. I'm sorry for everyone. I'm cheating. I admit the mistakes I made. I'm sorry for the fans for letting you down. I'm sorry for the projects and livers who were implicated, and I'm also sorry for other anchors who were implicated. Because of my vanity about the level of the game, I chose the wrong way, which is the most unfair gaming behavior. There is nothing to defend. I did not do what a host should do. I have admitted my mistake to the company. I will deeply reflect on my mistakes and apologize to everyone involved. I will accept all punitive measures from the company, and I am sorry. Standard Chinese things. Why the font size is like that? That's because this is translated from Chinese, and they have adjusted the font to reflect the Chinese font. What I mean is, like, obviously Chinese characters take up different space than English fonts, so they've just manipulated it around so that it's... oh, thank you, Proctor, that was very heartfelt. Yeah, but again, there's not really much you can do to come back from something like this. And I found it interesting because somebody else later on posted a link to wonderful Reddit. Bloody thing. Sorry, just 1 second. I hate Reddit because every time I go to Reddit, it starts doing something stupid where it tries to make me log into an account or whatever. No, don't log me. Oh. God's sake, I hate Reddit. Welcome back. No, log me out. I logged out, you bloody useless. I don't use Reddit, by the way. I have a burner account for Reddit, but even then, I don't want to just randomly share it. Go away. Oh, I hate Reddit so much. Let me just hold on to this for a second. Use the old subdomain. Okay, this one. How do you do that? Old.reddit. Old.reddit.com. That doesn't work. But yeah, this is good now. This is good now. I also realized that this is on light mode again, so people will dislike it. You know, actually, rather than even tabbing into this, I'm just going to read it out. I'll just put it in chat so that people can go if they want to. But yeah, mental note: don't put Reddit on screen on stream again, because this is absolute nonsense and stupid. Except this Kiyu girl has been caught cheating for multiple years over and over again. She didn't suffer any consequences until getting caught during the tournament. Reddit account does Proctor is the gay. No, I don't post on Reddit or anything. I just have an account to send. I think I sent somebody a message about birds once. Would you believe? What was the chances it was mandated by management and they had her take the fall? Yeah, this is the thing. With the account, with the link that I just sent right there. And this paragraph in particular on this, as a Chinese player, I feel obligated to explain why most hackers are from China. And part of this reads, first thing I want to talk about is the choice between vanity and honor. There is a slang term in China, a child from another family. This represents an ideal kid who is better than you in every way. You will hear the legend stories of this kid from your parents, teachers, and relatives. After telling you the story, they will always tell you that you should get good grades like him, be talented by him, get as many prizes as he gets. They give you peer pressure by creating a fake child, but they don't teach you how to be this child. So all we know is competing with others, while they don't care how we win a competition. So if you tell me that I can win a game without effort just by using hacks, yes, of course I will use it. The majority of our generation don't care about the honor of efforts or the way we win. We just care that we can win. And this is very accurate, because I watched a channel called Serpent ZA quite a few years ago. He eventually had to leave China, and also he had a partner channel who... a guy that he worked with who used to be a teacher, an English teacher in Chinese schools. And he related a example of how homogenous and insane Chinese education is, because he said he gave out, one of his first things that he did was when he went to a Chinese school to teach English, he gave out an essay. And so he's in this class, he's collecting the essays afterwards, and the first child goes to the head of the class, gives him the essay, and this teacher reads it, and he says, this is a very good essay. And he's happy with this essay. The next kid comes up and gives him the essay. It's the same essay. The next kid comes up, gives the essay. It's the same essay. Every single person in that class of over 100 kids copied the same essay. One child wrote a good essay, and every other classmate copied that essay word for word. And he was expected to give them all perfect grades for that. And that was how his experience with Chinese education was. He said this attitude pervaded the entire education system of China from the ground up. Is that somebody would do something good, every other person in the class would copy it perfectly and completely. There was no originality of anything. And the person that did the thing would probably have copied it from somewhere else, and then everybody else copied it. There's a book that I've been meaning to get into called Poorly Made in China, which really goes deep in the cultural and technical reasons why stuff like Chinese products are so bad and why Chinese companies are such scammers. And that's something I've been really want to go into. Explains rampant bootlegging. Yeah, it's really distressing. I think they also said that China has 2 original artists. The entire country of China has 2 well-known original artists. That was their claim. Again, I'm not saying this was accurate, but that's what these people said. Our essay, communist theme intensifies. Very much so. One moment. Let me just parse through this essay for a tiny second. Yeah, I shall call the third reason excess production capacity. In the last decade, China experienced the explosive development of the internet. Major in computer science was such a popular option in university. However, as the bubble burst, many programmers were not hired by mainstream companies, and a huge amount of them worked for antivirus software companies, and now they are unemployed. You can imagine how easy it could be for them to create a hack with their knowledge. They need to survive, so they choose to be degenerate. There are even competitions among these hack studios. I won't tell you how, but I can assure you that you can purchase a hack of CSGO for a week for only $6. It's so easy to get and so cheap. As we can see here, with the abnormal social education, dependence on boosters, and cheap purchase channels, we are what we are now, the majority of game hackers. Those hackers don't even know they are ruining the environment. They just want to pursue the pleasure over and over again. Kind of like drugs, right? Actually, sometimes I feel pity for them. Some of them even think that Stream is the starter of PUBG and the origin of the starter of Apex. I think what he's saying there is that he thinks that streaming games started with PUBG and Apex. Please trust me, every time I see the news that Chinese players are ruining another game, I feel so powerless. I can't explain to all hackers that how proud you would of how proud... Sorry, this is Chinese translated, so I'll pass it. I can't explain to all hackers how proud they would be if they would win a game by their own effort. I can't explain to you guys what are the reasons that caused this situation. Making hacks is illegal in China now, but we still can't handle games like Apex which share global servers because of the vague expressions of the law. And trust me that many players in China agree with my opinion. We feel shame about using hacks for some reason. I think I read that book actually, talking about Poorly Made in China. If it's the story of a Lao Wai going there and losing hope of his product not ending up being made with poisonous materials, that's a 4chan green text. But no, this is an actual like full-length book, full-length like novel-length book. Saint White, that explains so much, like why there are so many 3D printers that are low-cost bed slingers. I don't know what that term means. That are all copies of the Prurus and Ender 3s. Perfect grade, a bit rich, right? Stuck with real grade or something. I get that joke. Damn, that's a good amount of S's Holmes. There's a lot of stuff in chat that I don't understand. No, not the book I read, and not this. It's not the same as the guys. Yeah, I get what you mean. I'm sorry. I was confused for a second. I had a brain moment. Similar experiences, but different people. Yep. That's the thing about China. How on earth do you go about... People will say, oh no, it's a stereotype that Chinese people are like that. But that's the thing. It is a state-mandated and state-enforced stereotype. How do you get away from that? There's a reason it's a stereotype, because they are literally told from their birth that they are supposed to be like that. It's ridiculous. I feel like I'm saying that a lot. Let me just check about the next thing. Once again, so the crash seemed to have has also messed up my stuff a little bit. So I'm just going through my tabs, making sure they're all in the right posts. This is a Virtua Real thing. That's bad. No. Let's go to the post properly. Yeah, we're nearly at the end, guys. We're nearly at the end. The stupid thing that I was going to go has now not gone, which is really annoying and stupid. One of my... Oh, that's so annoying. Where am I supposed to go? Oh, there it is. I'm sorry, forum software sometimes really annoys me. I can refresh the same page twice, and it takes me to a different post each time, even though I very explicitly say this is the post that I want to go to. And that's the bookmark. Yeah, I'm not going to cover that, actually. That's just more stuff about Virtua Real. And I already read pretty much everything that I wanted to for that. So let's just move on, because we're nearly at the end, actually. I was going to do stuff about Wactor, but I think that I'm going to wait because people are saying they want to leave fairly soon to watch other people. So I'm not going to read the Wactor stuff, because it's actually fairly long. And the guy that wrote up the Wactor stuff has been posting even more stuff. So that could be like a good 30-40 minute tangent all by itself. And it deserves its own thing. But also somebody who... maybe deserves things, but definitely isn't going to get them because of reasons. Because of raisins. This lovely clip of Rosa and somebody whose name that I don't know. Let me just play that for you. Make sure that the volume is good.
For me, it depends on the circumstances.
Ah! Oh my god, Snake, dude.
They will no longer support gay people off of tall buildings, only because there are no more tall buildings in Gaza.
Jesus Christ. Maybe this is the episode that gets us canceled.
Oh,
Maybe
man.
this is the
Hey, you know
one.
what? If I get canceled for being fucking correct and being base, that's okay.
Oh.
You heard it there, folks. For those, the thing is quite fuzzy. Maybe it's not even coming through on stream, but the background is a rainbow flag with the hashtag Allah Loves Equality by Queers for Palestine. I don't really know the context of why they are talking about a Palestine on a VTubing. Sir, this is a VTuber thing, but... Where could I read the Wactor stuff? It's a guy's profile history. He's been posting the Wactor stuff on his profile. Face's wife, are you on the Discord? Because somebody can probably post a link there. I will post a link there after I am done streaming. Please yell at me if I don't do that. The girl on the right has very pretty eyes. Yeah, that's Jeannie's live now doing D&D stuff. Sorry, 1 second. Yeah, did somebody... let me just scroll down here. I don't think it's right. It's right here, but... No, here it is. Genie Mercury. Genie Mercury. YouTube removed your content. So that clip actually did get taken down. So that apparently only exists on the forum right now. Genie Mercury. What's her name actually? Like Rosa. It's Rosa Cotal or something. But then she calls herself Genie Mercury on Twitter. I don't know why that is, but yeah. She's an out. If those who haven't watched her before, she's a lesbian, and I can understand. But I respect strongly her attitudes here. She also, I think, she got removed from her previous company for calling somebody a retard on Twitter, and she doubled down on it and said, "No, I have the right to call people retards," and so on. And I think she lost her placement in the company for that. I believe that she is also Mexican because there's a guy on the forum who is also Mexican who absolutely hates her for being a lesbian. It's probably because the whole thing in that clip is just so banally wrong. Islam, Allah's religion, doesn't do the rainbow flag thingy, so it's just so hilariously daft to look at. Oh yeah, but I think the reason that she got the content removed is because she dared to say that she dared to say that Palestinians in Gaza would be throwing gay people off buildings, and that's what got the content removed. Again, that's my interpretation of it. So that's kind of what she was laughing at, and YouTube apparently took massive exception to that, and it was reported or whatever. But I mean, yeah, she's also right, and she's completely in her. She's Cuban. I see, she's Cuban. I apologize for calling her Mexican. My apologies. If for some reason she watches this stream, I sincerely apologize for calling you Mexican. I know that people of that area really don't like being mixed up. We are approaching base levels that shouldn't even be possible. I think that she has gotten into like little bits of drama before. She has some stances that people on the forum definitely wouldn't agree with. Again, people who are gay and people who are legitimately, when I say legitimately, I don't mean like the silly people, the trans trenders, as we call them, the people that are trans because it's a trend or whatever. That people who are in Mexico who are gay and so on, they legitimately do face extremely harsh discrimination and violent discrimination. You can be murdered in the street in Mexico for being gay. So, being progressive, I can understand that. I think that I'm not going to go into it because, again, I'm a Christian. Let that speak for itself on my attitude to alternate sexuality things. I'm the kind of Christian that whose denomination would not be hanging a rainbow flag in their church anytime soon. But I am not going to condemn somebody for being something that I have reasons not to agree with. If they have the extremely controversial opinion that they do not want to get stabbed in the street, that's my opinion on that topic that I will not go into any further on stream. Thank you. But yeah, she was perfectly in the right for saying what she did, and her getting her content removed over it, very, very cringe on YouTube's part. And I quite like her. I quite like her. She seems fairly based. She seems fairly based and sensible. Why don't they hide their power level? You're really trying to get me to comment on this. I am not going to comment on this on stream, okay? I have opinions. They are not going to be said on stream. We are not going to go religious debate on my stream. Not right now. Maybe sometime. Hey, but not right now. We're nearly done and we're nearly through. We're nearly through. So yeah, if you like Rosa, then hey, she's based. Go watch her, etc. I think her model is quite cute too, and I actually really like her voice. She has a nice, deep, scratchy voice. That's a nice voice. And then of course there's Mori, who is having her breasts removed. I'm sorry. So we just came from somebody who is based. I'm very sorry, guys. Mori is going to come out as trans. She was converted. She is getting her D's chopped off, as Kirsha would say. It's a real tragedy. Was Risa the one who got furious when people called her gross for not using toilet paper? I don't know. I have no idea, Porian. So yeah, it's very tragic. But how long is this clip? I completely forgot. No, it's 2 minutes.
This travel is very expensive. I would rather just kind of.
I'll put this on
chill in one
faster because
place,
Mori's
I'm
voice is
getting
pretty
tired
slow.
of traveling around so much, which is why I took a bit of a rest. I need to travel for a couple more things in the upcoming half a year. Some of them are health related. I have to go to my doctor in the States last stretch. Yeah, this year is it's a big one. Getting that third arm put on, something like that.
Getting 2 Ds removed and 1 D installed. Shut up.
Yeah, but I probably will be getting this is a weird time to just drop this, but I'm probably gonna get a pretty major surgery in the next like half a year. I wouldn't worry too much about it though. That is a weird way to drop it. I mean, I don't know how else to do it. Big announcement video and, you know, scare everybody. Might as well just casually let you know. Good luck. Thanks. I really don't like general anesthesia, the stuff that really knocks you out. I've had it once in my existence, which is hilarious considering who I am, right? But you know, I prefer the true darkness of death as to being knocked out by a superficial intravenous injection. I don't like that.
She is so awkward.
Don't worry about it. It's not that big of a deal. It really isn't. Nothing you guys need to worry about. Death can't die anyway, so strangely doesn't taste or smell like anything. The general anesthesia whatever. If you're not worried, we won't worry. I'm not worried. I just get nervous about going under. Like I said, only once in my existence, when I was very, very little. I'd never gone through it then. I was so young, I kind of didn't know what to expect. And it's not like it was a bad experience, but the way that I remember coming to was very scary. You know, everything is blurry. And like, it's like you're fighting to swim back up to the surface. You know? Yeah, appendicitis. Yeah. You know, the voice is talking, but you have no idea what they're saying. Everything is blurry, and it's really...
And she's talking about, I won't play the entire clip. But yeah, fairly major surgery for Mori. Pomu-style breast removal, that's possible. Sped up, she really sounds like critical. Superficial intravenous. Bye, DD Karen. Hello, just A cup Karen. Ah. Don't be rude. Don't be rude. Don't be rude. Penictius, these ESL clippers, man. Yeah, I hope that, again, I really hope that she pulls through that, whatever it is. Also, I just want to mention this. I'm just tabbed back because I have to look at the live streaming thing to be up to date to chat. Not nervous woman repeats she's not nervous for the 10th time in 1 minute. Yeah, Mori is a strange person. I think she may be one of the examples of a truly autistic woman. She reminds me quite a lot of Kason, actually, which is ironic considering that she and Kason had the most awkward collab in all of Hololive when they did a meme review stream together. That stream will haunt me till my dying day as the most awkward collab I have ever seen. But yeah, Callie seems to strike me as a really autistic woman who is genuinely a nerd, but it's like when she was doing the D&D stuff with the rest of, I forget, was it Myth or whatever? I can't even remember what their group name is right now. Like, she was super enthused and super engaged, but on normal streams, she just has this consistent awkwardness about her, which it just turns me off. I'm sorry, I don't really particularly like watching her. She can be really good, but it really feels as if anything that she is not intensely into at the moment, she just completely turns off immediately. But yeah, that thing that I was going to rant about. Right now, I am looking at my live streaming window on YouTube to... Sorry, I'm getting tired, so my brain just kind of shuts off randomly. To look at chat. It has 2 concurrent viewer settings. One of them is reading 30, the other is reading 24. and they randomly switch back and forth, and neither of them are consistent. It's really bothersome. It really gets to me. Oh, and also this guy too, Uwu to Owo or whatever. Tonight I smoked every kitchen herb in the Spice Cabinet for science and created the masterwork of stoner engineering.
Oh, get that pepper off there!
Black pepper.
I pray for you, brother. Oh God.
I really like this guy.
I have 78 herbs here, by the way.
Jesus, Kentucky Fried Christ, his multiple herbs and spices.
Let's do this tarragon. Tarragon smells really good. I bet it tastes good.
It'll be a little sloppy, but that's okay. You gotta roll.
Oh, this is the first one. It's gonna be getting me kicked out of the club.
Autism be damned, my boy can roll. Yeah.
That tastes different than eating it does. We out here smoking Anakin's burnt legs.
Double smoked paprika. What palate you getting there?
That tastes like you're straight up smoking oak.
Because I can only think of it's like a savory, like very full, hearty flavor.
So this guy's handwriting is terrifying. This guy has worse handwriting than me.
Funky? Oh, that sounds like it's funkalicious.
That's so... Wow.
How long of a drill bit do you have?
Long of a drill bit? I have plenty of drill bits.
Do it.
Do you want me to make the Giga Blunt?
Jesus fuck, brother.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is a piece of stoner engineering. Unsurpassed.
Holy fuck. Colonel Sanders is rolling over in his grave right now.
He ain't got nothing on this. All right, let's blaze it up.
Okay, be very careful when hitting this. Remember, no lung hit. Oh my God, look at it go! I was here!
That's blazing, brother.
The didgeridoo. Holy moly.
Hang on, wait. Let's get
That's
it lit
a 10.
up.
How does the basement smell? Yeah, what? Give me
It
like a
smells
flavor.
Spices. It smells like a kitchen caught on fire.
So any of the chat cooks X streams?
I think I inhaled a bit of that.
I really like this guy. I should follow him on Twitter, actually. I'm not going to click Twitter now. I'm not sure if it'll open a new thing. I really, really like this guy. I should take insurance on this guy. As an engineer, engineers can't spell. Pippa could do he got stoned of the herbs, couldn't spell. Oh, hey, IRS Pippa's BF. I don't know what you're talking about in chat, sorry. Stealing that, okay. But yeah, I really like this guy. I really like him. I think he does really original, interesting content. I hope he gets a proper model someday. But yeah, go watch this guy. His stuff is delightfully unhinged. I hope he collabs with somebody like maybe not Pippa, but somebody like that, because he gives that kind of Kirsche energy, where you have no idea what the hell he's next going to say, and you just want to watch to understand what on earth is going on in his head, and I respect that an awful lot. I like physical comedy quite a bit. This is a reaction stream. I'm pretty tired right now, so I'm not, and I already ranted a whole lot. We're just down to the very last tab. It's just a very simple tab before I actually want to go to the bathroom too, so I'm going to end not too long. It just says not Ollie. This is Ollie's other profile. Ollie from HoloLive. I couldn't. That's how tired I'm getting. I actually couldn't even remember her studio. Her company for a moment. Got to say I flip faster than a coin, because one moment I'd be a depresso espresso. I'm not worth it. I don't deserve anything. Then one moment I'd be a lady boss who's hot S, and the world doesn't deserve me. I should get meds. I edited my oh, that's just stuff. Yeah, I've talked about Ollie before. I do hope that Ollie is able to get out of the rut she's in. I saw that she collabed with Mika from the soon-to-be dead Niji Sanji Indonesia development or company. The pipe is very big. You should like it. Basically, PCG thinks he's cucking. Oh, he has collabed with Pippa. I'm sorry, I didn't know that he collabed with Pippa. I'm very sorry. Somebody send that to me. Send that to me. I really want to see that. But yeah, honestly, we have, that's called bipolar disorder. Yeah, Ollie strikes me as pretty bipolar. Very bipolar, really. But, that kind of ends things, to be honest. I am very happy with how tonight turned out. I'm amazed that we have consistently kept, my analytics say we've consistently had 30 guys here. I'm sorry for, if anybody came here because, did anybody at all come here from the fact that I put my stream in the tab on the front page, like the shill widget thing, that I really need to shill a bit more? That's another thing that I'm going to do. I am going to add another, where it says donate to the site right now, I'm going to make that a post and put in all the different ways that you can in some way interact with the site, because like it's very obvious to me that it's very difficult to convey to people various things. And it really irritates me. I do things that I think everybody has seen, and then they tell me, no, I had no idea. I had absolutely no idea. I had absolutely no idea, so that's a bit annoying. But yeah, just to wrap things up, it came from pinned announcement. Well, that's basically the same thing. I don't remember how I got here. Yeah, that's how I found out. Cool, it's good, because I'm going to do that from now on, as it seems to be a solid way to at least alert people that I'm streaming. See, I'm just gonna comment on this briefly. A lot of people had no idea what was going on in the Discord. Limkin said that he thought the Discord was because he had to send. Your site is impossible to navigate, but it's like 90% on me. Okay, so long as you admit that. BB and Center in 5. Yes, I will shut up now shortly. But yeah, a lot of people had no idea the Discord existed. A lot of people had no idea that various other things existed. And I am definitely going to look very heavily into making the forum, making things that people don't know exist more obvious. That's going to be one thing that I'm going to do. You're going to see an announcement from me soon. Again, only really good news. I really appreciate everybody for being here. I'm very grateful for all of you that have stuck with me through everything. I understand very much that I am not perfect. Again, people get the wrong impression. Well, not the wrong impression, it's the impression I do. I come across as a ponce sometimes, and I appreciate people for not forsaking me because of that. I'm grateful for everything that you bring to my life. I really appreciate it. More dedicated Oshi threads would be nice. I am very much in two minds about that. I'm not going to go into it because I'm tired. I'm really tired. So thank you very much, Grant, for giving me that on Discord. By the way, thank you for that link to Uwu's VOD. Okay, stop tangenting, Proctor. I'm sorry. I'm shocked at how fast exhaustion has come across me. The moment my brain has gone, okay, there's no more tabs, I felt like I've been hit by a bus. Oshi threads would be dead. Yeah, I think that most of them are. Like, the existence of the Discord basically killed Kirsha's thread, because everybody who watches Kirsha already just went to the Discord, and we started live posting about her in there. Yeah, honestly, the similar threads at the bottom is worthless. Just stick threads there that are relevant to current. I don't even look at the similar threads thing. That is genuinely worthless. I have never used it. That's a thing that comes with Zen. That is a thing that comes with Zenforo by default, by the way. I don't even know how to turn that off. So that's nothing that I've ever had to look for. Proctor, you have 3 minutes to press the end stream button. I will end stream now. I will end stream. Just one more time. Thank you for everybody. I'm probably going to stream again on Sunday. It will probably be about VT Rainbow. And, yeah, just thank you, everybody. And I really hate it when I can never decide how to end stream properly. You've all been very good for me. And I'm glad we could work through recent events together. And I'm actually far more confident now in how to move forward than I was before. So that's genuinely been a good thing that's come out of all this. And I think that we'll be here for a long time yet. That's all I'll say. And so good night, everybody. Good night. I'm going to go get a drink, and I'm going to go to the bathroom. Thank you very much. Yeah, thanks for the stream. Oh no, he's getting sentimental. Yeah, I'm pretty sentimental at heart. I'm pretty sentimental, but I won't ramble on. Good night, people. Good night, and thank you. I will see you all next time. Stop having feelings, ooh. No, I will not stop having feelings. Good night, good night, good night. Shoo, be gone. Be gone, the lot of you. Good night. Stop making me feel emotional. So parasocial. Yes, I am very parasocial. Stop saying things. Stop saying things. Okay, I'm ending stream now. Good night.